Overnight snow here in St. John's, and what a beautiful scene it is. The harbor in St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. They have had quite the track record. A runner-up finish, 2013, Roar of the Rings, followed by a second-place result, 2014, Tim Hortons Brier. Not bad for 1 year together, but then they decided to go their separate ways. This season, however, the band is back together. And yesterday, BC, they found the win column. So now John Morris and company look to make another push to the playoffs as BC battles Nova Scotia. Draw 6, Tim Hortons Brier. The beautiful Mile 1 Center here in St. John's is our home for this year's Tim Hortons Brier. There were no games this morning. Last night, however, in Draw 5, Team Canada against Ontario. Kevin Cooey and the defending champions really pushed by Glenn Howard and the team from Toronto. But in the end, it came down to the final stone and this short angle raise. And that results in the win for Team Canada as they win at 5-4, and they remain now top of the table, tied with Manitoba. Everyone on the left above 500, on the right below, and the surprise has to be Alberta, still looking for their first win. As on this Monday afternoon, we say hello Canada and welcome back to St. John. Cheryl Russ alongside. So Nova Scotia on the ice, and you really have to think that this break this morning came at exactly the right time for them.
It really did. We talk about the 4 games to get into this thing, but it's the emotional end of it. When they won in Draw 1 to qualify for the Brier, they'd won the Purple Heart, basically. They'd won their provincials. Normally it takes you a couple weeks just to decompress and get it back together. They had a couple of hours, Vic. Out they go. They play the 17-time Brier participant in Glenn Howard and draw the pin to beat them. They're emotionally tired and they have to reboot for this game.
When you talk about British Columbia, I think people, Cheryl, considering their finals at the trials at the Brier, would have expected more from Morris, Cotter and company.
Well, I think they did as well, but one thing they didn't expect was what they were going to deal with. Those first 2 games, Newfoundland and Labrador was out on the ice, and they found that such a distraction. It sucked the energy from them. The communication was difficult, and I think that really affected them. Last night, Newfoundland and Labrador not on the ice. That made a big difference, and again today.
So that's our matchup here on day 3, the Tim Hortons Brier.
There we go, boys. There we go. Nice shooting there. That's a good comeback game. They're just all fantastic teammates. They give everything they got. Jim himself is a wonderful shooter, one of the best last rock throwers I've played with, and we just work really, really well together. We all trust each other and have a great dynamic, and we bring the best out of each other, and we're going to have to do that this week.
The 2017 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada. The 2017 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for 22 years. By World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. And by Cashmere Bathroom Tissue. Nothing feels like cashmere.
You know, it may only be day 3, but there are some important games on the ice. If you're Alberta, Brendan Botcher, you have to win. New Brunswick, Northern Ontario Territories. Saskatchewan is an early surprise. Quebec coming off their first win in Nova Scotia, as we mentioned, had the morning off as it did all the teams, and British Columbia coming off their first win. So that is our feature, Nova Scotia, BC, on this Monday afternoon. Time to meet the teams now. It's brought to you by Home Hardware. Homeowners, helping homeowners with expert advice.
Hi, I'm Jamie Murphy, skip of Team Nova Scotia. Our lead is Phil Kroll, our second is Scott Zachary, our third is Jordan Pinder, and we curl out of the Halifax Curling Club.
Hi, I'm John Morris, skip of Team BC. Our lead is Rick Sawatsky. Our second is Tyrell Griffith. Our fourth stone is Jim Cotter. And we curl out of the Vernon Curling Club.
playing on the outside sheet, sheet D. And it is British Columbia that has the early advantage. As they have won, they draw to the button, so they will have the last rock. They have the hammer, playing the Yellowstones here in the first. As we see Jamie Murphy out, Nova Scotia will play the red, the brushes down, and to get us underway, the Nova Scotia lead, Phil Crowell.
Line's good.
Right in, guys. Right in.
We talked in the opening about Nova Scotia just didn't look sharp last night against Quebec. Who could blame them? All the games. And Cotter didn't look sharp day one himself. So it'll be interesting to see who turns it around here.
I mean, it looked at some of the numbers for, and it seems for Jimmy he's been struggling. He's 54% on his out-turn takeouts, so something to watch. And I think that's more, this is a little different ice than maybe they're used to, and they've just got to settle in and start to read it and learn it. And by this time, they should know it.
Line's good.
Tight, tight.
Yep.
Easy, easy. Just here.
Nova Scotia coach is Bruce Slonis,
Open that interdraw.
Brier champion, Mark Dacey back in 2004. And he was saying that he noticed that the team was tired last night. He says you could tell it, everything was overthrown, everything was a little bit heavy, and he thought their leg drive was off.
Yeah, that makes a ton of sense, because what tends to happen is you try to kick out at the desired speed. If you're a little tired, you don't kick out hard enough, and then your brain goes, uh-oh, now what do I do? And you give it a little pop, you leave a little extra extension, you add, and hard to do that on Jamie Barras's ice, because once you add, it takes a long time for it to curl back. And what we've seen, Cheryl, across the board, most of the errors are wide.
Yes, yep.
Bruce Slonis, we saw him, of course, at the Scotties, coaching Mary Maditall. Sorry, we're in your way there, Bruce. Hey, apologize.
5 more feet.
Poor guy had to look around us.
Top 12, top 8. No line. Like to go a bit. Just tight right now. Ty, you're in. Top 12 tight.
Wait for it.
Let it go.
Okay, go, Ty, go. Coming now. Coming now, hard. Hard, get a biter. Come on, Ty. Get a biter. Come on, Ty, you got it. You got it, get a biter. Get a biter, get a biter.
This is where I think they've improved so much, that front end of Sawatsky and Tyrell Griffith in particular, as they do get the biter. Let's take a look at the keys to the game. We'll start with Nova Scotia.
Well, this gentleman right here, Murphy's Law, it's all about Jamie Murphy. I played against Jamie for many years. He's a very confident player, unbelievable drawer, hits well, throws the beat. He's got all the shots. It's just, can he beat the top teams? He's got to convince himself to do that before he can win and keep that intensity. Game 8 here, Vic, they have to be tired.
Whoa, clean. Yep. Hard, gotta go hard.
It is the first Brier appearance for Scott Zachary. And now the keys for British Columbia.
Well, I looked at Cotter's number on tour for their hammer efficiency, and on tour, 41% of the time they converted. Here so far, only 20%. So I think you need to open it up for Jim, leave him a little bit more room so he gets that confidence back, and then believe in all the preparation you've done. They've played 11 events on tour to get back that 2013-14 magic that they had. And that's a ton of games. Believe it's all been done now. Now just go out here and let it happen.
Keys to the game are brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures.
Good sweep.
Really nice double there, and more importantly, keeps that rock in play.
Go round 2.
That'd be dangerous to come around, I think.
Yeah.
This is what Jamie talked about. He said, you know, that they just want to take every team to 10 and see what happens. So don't take the big risks. You just want to keep it tight, keep your team in it.
Hard.
Whoa.
Good. Shot.
Good, Scotty. Control?
Yeah. Nose is okay, too.
A lot of experience, obviously, on this BC team. Sawatsky, their lead, 7th Brier. Tyrone Griffith throwing now, 5th Brier. Cotter 7th. Morris at 10th.
Really hard, Jimmy.
One thing this
Really hard, Jim. Yep.
Morris team did was on their way from the BC interior. They did stop in Ottawa to practice with Earl Morris. As we say, good afternoon, Kathy Gauthier.
Well, one of the things that they felt that might have caught them a little bit early was that positive release that Earl, we think about Rachel Homan. And while it works really well on arena ice, it has caught this team early, specifically Jim. It is straighter with those up weight shots. And in a game against Ontario, we had an opportunity for 5, hit it on the outside. Last night had an opportunity for 3, same thing. And I watched John Morris go to Jim immediately and make the hand motion. So they've talked overnight and decided that even though this sheet does curl more than the others, they believe, they're going to tighten the ice. They want to put the front end to work instead of watching things drift by.
Goes back to what Jamie Barassa, the head ice technician. I mean, he said in an interview, making the ices for all ice makers is a passion, but he does have his tendencies. There is no complaining here, Russ, about the ice. If you throw it properly, with the release to the broom, you should be rewarded. If you do pop it, as they say, put the handle out, then you're going to pay the penalty.
Well, exactly. And I was kidding Ben Hebert day one. I said, how's the ice? And he says, well, if you float it out a little bit, it won't come back. I said, well, then don't float it out a little bit. And that's Jamie, the ice maker's theory also. Barassa likes 4 feet of curl. He feels if you can bury it, that's good enough. And you have to throw it pure on the hits to get rewarded. And every ice maker has a different blueprint, as Vic's pointed out before. And it's just for these high-end athletes to get that little bit sharper. Just to figure, it's like showing up on really fast greens. It might take a round or two to figure that out.
And I really like what John said, and that is what you have to do between ends, after games, is to sit down and say, how are we missing? What were the tendencies? Okay, how do we correct that? Do we throw less weight? Do we change our releases? You know, all the top teams, they can adjust to what is in front of them. It's the same as golfing in wind. It's all those things that you have to deal with. We're so lucky we play a game that's indoor on ice. We don't have to worry about the elements, but we do have to adjust to the ice that's put there for us to play on.
Good control. Clean.
Don't burn it.
Clean.
Whoa, SWAT. Tie.
Good control. Yep.
Hard, Jim.
And rolling it underneath, and they will hide a piece. Sitting in the top 12,
Probably
BC with Lashrod.
Because they would have had the nut, right?
This is a team, though, this BC team that can truly go on a roll. I mean, they undefeated in their provincials. They've had a great season. They played a lot of events. Their 67% win percentage on tour. They never won a big one, but they were steady all year.
Oh, you just kind of chuckle too when you look at John Morris and they're 1 and 2. That's maybe better than the year he won the Brier. I think they started 2 and 4 with Pat Simmons, and they had to turn the team around a little bit. Had put Pat in the 4th rock position, and the rest is history. They won the Brier, so there's no. This team has to be respected as this week goes along.
Now, if someone should know the ice well by this time, would be, in fact, Jamie Murphy. He won that final qualifying game against Yukon on this sheet. And that, they said, was a distinct advantage, Bruce Lonis. To come in, yes, they played 4 games, but the others were out there for the first time. So those first 2 games that they put in their pocket basically came because of ice knowledge. There's
no question about it. I talked to my brother about it. He felt he just couldn't read the ice as well as Jamie in the Glenn's first game. Jamie's 5th, right? And it's an advantage and a disadvantage. We talked about this with Northwest Territories at the Scotties. It has to help them because of exactly what we're talking about. Cotter hasn't figured it out yet.
It's on the board.
Because he's just starting his 4th game. So Nova Scotia has a much bigger advantage early in this game. It's later in the week it could hurt Nova Scotia.
Here's a nice out-turn throw for Jim. That'll get him a little bit of confidence.
And they're rolling it underneath.
Now if he makes that, it's out of the house.
Nice shot. Good. Nice weight, Jimmy.
I think that was the weight. Maybe not a set on his release, so figuring it out as you said, Russ.
But again, as you mentioned too, bringing the brushers into play.
Gradual spot there, isn't it?
Well, I was really impressed with Jamie Murphy. He said they set small goals for each game, and one game was we're going to stick every hit. So it's just such a simple thing, but that can make a massive difference. You look at Cotter, they were rolling out on a bunch. Make sure you stick those hits, and how you do it, you either do it with release or with weight.
Well, there's no doubt he is he's full of confidence, Jamie Murphy, from qualifying. He came here, according to Lonas, very confident. They had outstanding practice sessions at their home club in Halifax, the Halifax Curling Club. They were able to have their ice maker make some ice that was at least 5 feet of curl, so they got to deal with that. That was a smart play. Did you hear Morris say, if he makes the run back, he won't be in the rings?
Right.
So now we get our chance to blank.
Exactly. Smart veteran. Yeah. This guy, the day this guy retires, John Morris, somebody needs to get on the phone and get him to coach because he would be incredible.
So a chance to go to school on his last, Jim Cotter. What a blank on the board here in the first. Straw 6 on a Monday afternoon. Tim Hortons, Brier, St. John's, Newfoundland, Labrador. 44 curlers started the week with a chance to drive away in an all-new 2017 Ford Escape SE in the annual Ford Hot Shots competition. The number whittled down to just 2. And in the final, Martin Crête from Quebec faced off against Northern Ontario's Brad Jacob. And the skip from the Sioux, well, he came to play, scoring a total of 21 points, including a 5 on the around-the-horn triple. Northern Ontario's Brad Jacobs wins the Ford Hot Shots and a 2-year lease on a 2017 Ford Escape SE. Let's begin our updates with Kathy, and we'll start with Saskatchewan and Quebec. And the Quebec team skipped by Jean-Michel Ménard from Lévis. Slow start for them, losing their first 2, but seemingly getting it together.
Well, and he is forced here. He went around the corner, but Adam Casey followed him and does lie too, and so he does need a nose hit for the single.
Adam Casey, formerly the PEI skip, played Newfoundland Labrador as well, now is in the West, and the Saskatchewan team really are an early surprise as they come in 2-1, so Quebec on the board, 1-0. Here at Mile One Center, opened in 2001, and our third day of coverage, the Tim Hortons Brier. The blank in the first means that, once again, British Columbia will have last rock. They have the hammer playing the Yellowstones.
Clean it! Clean it! Hammer big! Easy, heavy. Just through. It's through. Nope.
Yep,
Just
tie,
through.
yep, tie, hard. Never stop.
Hard on that red, John.
Watch the red back there.
Hard tie.
Hard tie, hard. Okay, that's good.
I like that opportunity. Again, that goes back to just opening it up, give a little bit more room.
Yeah, I think we get in a habit of freeze, which is wonderful if you make it perfect, but that scoring area gets so small. Now Team Morris has the whole 8 foot to score their points.
Whoa. Clean it. Yep. Clean. Hard. Clean, you're good. Sorrow.
We've reminded you already, Kathy, and our viewers, that last year, Ottawa, similar field, that competitive, that 3 losses was all you could afford. So if this is the case, then it's a must-win for Alberta. Final stone, New Brunswick.
Well, and Brendan Botcher is helping his own cause, made a lovely double on his final stone for Mike Kennedy, trying to use the outside one and then the inside as a catcher.
And get out. And it will not. So that results in a steal of 1 for Alberta.
Thought that would go easy.
Swat. Big.
No. Wow. Pretty straight there. Oof.
And hits it,
Throw,
just gets
Ty.
a little bit of a roll towards center line. The reason we say the 3 losses, 4 teams last year, similar field. I think, what did we count up? 9, was it? 9 teams. 9 full teams have returned this year to the Brier here in St. John's. 3 losses was all you could afford. The next best was 5 losses.
That's the same.
So there again, there's that magic number 3 and possibly 4.
You know that's on all these teams' minds.
Especially when 4 of the returnees are the 4 that were in the playoffs, Manitoba, Canada, Newfoundland, and Northern Ontario. So
Forward weight.
who's going to crack that, the big 4?
They're pretty straight on this spot, both teams sticking.
All right, so then if that's the case, Russ, do you cheat? Do you take a little less ice, hoping to find that little curl?
Yep, Jim.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that's all that has to be done, because you're pretty used to throwing your normal weights, your 10-second takeouts, your boards, your hacks. It's just straight. Here, Johnny.
An inch, maybe.
Yeah.
Wait.
The rumor I've heard from all the competitors I've talked to is both sheets, sheet A is slightly sloped to the crowd, and sheet D that we're on now is even more sloped to the crowd. So this would be arguably the straightest spot in the whole building.
So if you're playing inside out, it'll go really hard to the crowd. And this is true to form that this isn't moving at all.
Yep. Yep.
All right, buddy.
Yep.
And they'll roll it to a new spot. Just to keep you updated, they blanked the first. Northern Ontario, Brad Jacobs, Jamie Cooey, territories. Jacobs has the last drop.
Forward here, John.
Yeah, Max.
I like the weight choice from John. Hack weight. That will, again, bring in the brushers, give them some opportunity to maybe get any kind of roll. You've got lots of area to roll to. You can over roll right to the edge of the 8-foot.
Watch the roll. Be really cognizant of if it's rolling too far, roll right on top of that red. All right, boys?
He's been part of 9 of the last
Solid hack.
11 Briers.
Whoa.
With BC, Alberta, and of course Team Canada.
Clean. Whoa.
Sean Morris.
Yes. Yes. Hard. Big roll.
Now, can they roll it over on that corner?
Big roll.
And they won't get there, but they'll have that backing.
Okay, good.
There's what I mentioned about being a good coach for John. He said to the front end, we're playing the hit and roll. This is the weight I'm throwing. But if I get it thin, get on it early, be aggressive, be proactive, and roll that over to the other red.
Big roll. Big roll. Big roll.
Go. Good shot, Johnny.
Veteran move. A lot of people would be trying to save the original call. Get it behind the center guard, but John realized it.
He hits and rolls everything out here. Come around the corner, I think so.
Throw that control and try to stick right there. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Just control.
Just trying to nose it.
Yep.
These are tricky, aren't they? Especially in number 2, you're just not quite sure. Half an inch narrow, half an inch wide, it won't even be shot rock.
Control.
Clean. Yeah.
Didn't overthrow it.
Hard.
Jordan Pinder
Hard.
in a 3rd appearance for him. And there's that backing. So a smart play. Goes back to what you were saying about Morris. Roll it over. How do you squeeze it by? That's what happens.
Yeah, throw a little more.
That's what impresses me with somebody like a John Morris is these guys score 85%. It's how do you make that 15% better? Because 85, you can't do much about it. It's perfect. How do you make that 15% better? He just did it.
What are you throwing?
You're not with the rolls and the sweeping and the.
That's good, Jim. I won't be heavy.
Okay.
Who knows what the scorekeeper will give John on his first attempt, but if they were sharp, he was trying to roll buried. He didn't do it. They probably give him 65, 75%. But it's going to set up a 2.
Easy. Good hack. Close.
Never.
Straight side.
Swat.
Swat. It's got to curl now. Hard swat.
Hard.
Come on.
Hard.
He did not overthrow that either.
Good.
Like curling club ice here, it's just poker straight. Oh.
So it's a third appearance at the Brier for Jamie Murphy as he came through Stuart Thompson in the Nova Scotia final. But that, of course, was just to get him to the pre-qualifying tournament. And then he won that with a win over the Yukon and fill out the field of 12.
Control. Whoa, whoa. Oh, he's got. Whoa. Clean. Clean. Yeah.
Scott Zachary.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And down to it and rolls it towards the center line.
Roll back to here.
Yeah,
right?
roll there. Got you on the edge with that one.
Yeah, okay.
We got enough room for board here.
Okay.
For British Columbia, John Morris, Jim Cotter. Their final was, they had a wonderful event by all reports in Abbotsford and a win over Dean Joannis in the Page playoff and then in the final as well. And for Cotter, it was a special moment because now with Cotter and Sawatsky both in their 7th Briers, they tie the legendary Bernie Sparks and the Stone Brothers out of BC for all-time wins.
Easy.
That's great.
Yep. Hard.
He's trying to get a roll to the left as we're looking at it underneath that yellow guard.
It's good.
Oh, tie.
And nothing, just sits right there.
Makes sense to the shape of the ice if you're starting to think about it. If everything goes to the crowd side, which is maybe it moves to the right, and you saw John's in-turn so straight there.
Roll it, but
Yep.
Hard to hold that to get the roll.
Right, that's exactly. So all the misses are towards the crowd, aren't they? It's we look at it now. Pretend this sheet of ice is tilted a shade from high on the right, low on the left. So this will curl more than John Morris's attempt on the intern side.
And you know what, Russ, you just said it perfectly in the meeting at the end of this end. That's what you have to say. This is the shape. This is what the ice looks like. Then everybody gets it in their head, and you know how to throw in every spot.
Now go. Whoa, run the yellow. Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
Out turn, I think, for Jimmy.
Half rock ice.
Not taking a pile here. Obviously, Jimmy's going to throw this hard.
Might have a little different release on this because it's a blank, maybe a little bit more rotation, a little bit outward, because he knows this will curl here.
Final Stone looking again for the blank. Nothing at all from Griffith. Sawatsky. Ooh. Just enough for the blank.
In that spot. If you're on the center line, I would mark that there.
Another update for you, and it's back to the game between Saskatchewan and Quebec after Jean-Michel Menard opened with a single. And now this is Adam Casey from Charlottetown. And still wearing the green, but of Saskatchewan.
Well, he is, and he played a freeze on his first one. Jean-Michel Menard came on top of that, but didn't quite get buried. So Adam's trying to get to the inside to tap the shot stone back for 2.
Adam Casey skipping an all-rookie team from the Highland Curling Club in Regina. What a great shot, and just enough to hang it on the edge for 2.
Brilliant.
Hey, on those down weight shots, I want that.
And that's that experience that he brings. And this is his 6th Brier. When you think back, Russ, to he went to a school, and it's called the Brad Gouju School.
Absolutely.
And he spent 3 years with Gouju. So he takes that back to PEI and now takes it to Saskatchewan. As we welcome you back to the Mile 1 Center here in St. John's on this Monday afternoon. Still looking for our first points on the board. 2 straight blanks. That means that BC will once again have the last rock, playing the Yellow Stones here in 3.
Yeah, this Adam Casey Saskatchewan team's for real, Vic. You look at their opening game, they lost to McEwen, who's beaten everybody 6-5, but they've looked really strong.
Well, they're going to get a test tonight because on this very sheet, they're going to be playing, and he'll be playing his former skip, Brad Gougeau, Newfoundland and Labrador. And it's not just playing that team, it's playing this crowd. It's primarily supporting Newfoundland and Labrador, as you might expect.
I talked to Adam for about 2 hours after he was let go from the Gougeau team and talked about what his future would be in PI. And, you know, it was tough, but he understood. He got it. You know, Mark Nichols had to decide to come back to the province. How do you not put Mark Nichols on the team? And, you know, there was zero animosity, but Adam's done a wonderful job of recreating a nice career.
It's good, John. Gotta go.
And, you know, at a lot of cost to him, he's traveling. He's still on the island and back and forth, and that's...
Keep going, hard. Keep going. Don't ever stop. Good scrub, buddy. Good scrub, buddy. Shot. Good sweep. Good sweep. Good scrub, boys. Thanks. Close tight on that.
What a mess.
Yes,
Kathy. Final stone coming up for a New Brunswick skip. Mike Kennedy appeared that Alberta's sitting 1.
Alberta is indeed, and it's a long run back, and the angles aren't particularly great for Mike.
My goodness.
But then again, what a shot.
The angles were great.
Yeah, jeepers. Who knew? He knew.
He did.
That is some shot.
So he was sitting shot at one point in time, and then that red was drawn in there and tapped back by Brendan Botcher. What a great shot to move enough to leave his stone just biting the back edge. Yes, that's reason to smile. Canadian and world senior champion Mike Kennedy when he was with Wayne Talon. So they're tied at 1.
Brendan Botcher just wondering what he has to do. I think lost his first 3 games, and then Mike Kennedy makes that on him.
20-foot run back.
Welcome to the Brier.
Back 4.
Well, this is interesting. I'm thinking it's red T-line button. That's Northern Ontario.
That is Northern Ontario that is shot. Jamie Cooey guarded on his final stone, the one on the left-hand side. So for Brad Jacobs trying to run that center guard back and pick off that yellow second shot stone to bring 2 and then the third stone into play.
Well, he's got a great one in. Ryan Fry calling line.
Just peel it off.
And peel it off they do. So they'll have to settle for just that single right there. 1 for Northern Ontario.
I don't blame you on the call. I thought I was a little tight.
Normal.
A couple really good setup shots by BC, and now Nova Scotia's forced to this run back. At least try and get rid of 1.
Whoa. Oh, let it over, Carl. Okay.
I love what John said at the end of the last end. He says, okay, boys, good in, but we're in for a battle.
Split centers.
I just think that's great. It's stay that. John, I had to play the same way to play well, was that have that intensity. And John kind of filters that through the whole team, I think.
Yeah, be into every shot.
Halfway, 2/3.
Just go on in 2/3,
Terrell Griffith.
boys.
You can wait.
Whoa.
Yeah, wait's good. 2/3. 2/3.
Jimmy, you're in.
How's the line?
Jimmy, you're in. On a split center.
Yep, let's go.
Ever seeing Terrell
Clean.
in his first Brier a few years back. This is now his 5th. I mean, he was like that proverbial deer in the headlights, boy. It just overwhelmed him. But here's another player that has grown over the course of time, and he and Sawatsky have become a terrific front end.
Well, John talks about them, especially Tyrell. He said, we had a chat one day, and he said he just can't believe his work ethic. He said he's a great athlete, and he said he works so hard to be the best, and it's paid off for both Rick and Tyrell in the front end. I think you know, Rick is the kind of the veteran, the calm guy out there.
Running back, and he'll get one through the hole. Still sitting shot stone is BC with last rock. Second shot is back four. Belongs to Nova Scotia.
Can't protect them all, so.
No.
Throw.
Both yellows are actually in bad spots.
They bounced a pretty good spot because to make that double for Nova Scotia, this probably jams. So if you go after the shot rock, it's definitely going to jam. Kind of. Sometimes you get a little lucky after the rocks go all over the place.
Top 12. Speed should be good here.
Yep, yep.
A little bit early.
Line's good.
Hold in. I think it's a hair
right
light.
now.
I think it's a hair light. Just sweep for top
Line's
12. No,
good.
sweep for top 12.
Weight's good. Top 8.
Well, no,
Weight's good.
just top 12, guys. Just top 12. Line's good. Line's good. Whoa,
Stay on it,
whoa, whoa.
Ty.
Just top 12.
Wait over curl.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's going to over curl.
Get over
Whoa,
curl.
whoa, whoa,
Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa. Good spot. Good sweep.
Good shot. Shot, Johnny.
John knew exactly what that was going to do.
Yeah, okay.
He wanted them on it early. He said, hold it out there. That is the spot that'll go a little bit more than the out turn.
And that's really what we tried to say at the top of the show is it takes a game or two to get that dialed in.
I wasn't super positive with her.
Decent, though. What? Decent, I thought. Like, not bad.
Yeah. So it's just that spot is pretty good. Like it's not super keen yet, and speed's good there.
Yeah. Normal.
Clean.
Jordan Pinder as we play third stones here in the third.
Yep. Hard. Hard.
Headed by that one top 12. Oh, they did, and they rolled it to the center line. Wow.
Could not have done it any better.
I thought they were on that top yellow one. What a throw.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Scott's weight to the top of the house.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
To get the inside roll, you know how close that was.
And enough to grab shot stone.
Quicker on this side.
If the line's good and we could tap it a hair, it's not bad.
Okay.
Try to get right to the face.
That's pretty good.
Top 4. Line's good. Little tap.
Line's good. Line's good.
I watch
Line's
him,
good.
Russ, and
Line's good.
anyone
Line's
who's
good.
ever
Line's
played,
good.
they always say, remember the
Line's good.
handshake
Yeah.
grip,
Hard.
the handshake release, and boy, his is right there to greet you.
I agree, and you know, I love the way John throws it. A lot of the players now give it a bit of what we call a pop.
Shot.
It's just so subtle.
Yeah, watch him. He just, the way he comes out now and releases it, you just want to take the hand and go, hey, how are you? Nice to see you. Yeah, my name is Vic. How are you? Wait for it. There you go. Hello. How are you? It's right there.
The things that amuse you.
Well,
It's not a joke either, to be honest. Good chance of just doing that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And we're guarding?
Yeah, let's try and guard the whole of this. Like, pretty much a whole guard on this is good.
Yeah.
for somebody like Jamie Murphy, it's been a while since Nova Scotia has had something really to celebrate. Look how good they were through those early years of 3, 4, 5, and 6, including the championship by Mark Daisy, and how they have struggled since 07, and in particular the last 2 years, failing to get out of the pre-qualifying. So it was a huge step, as Russ suggests. That was the Purple Heart for them to get here. As you wear that Purple Heart on your chest with such pride.
Whoa, really tight.
Clean. Not in.
Clean. No, it's fine. Line's good. Line is good.
Really tight. Whoa. It's there.
Close, stay close.
Might be it. It's there.
No, that's good. That's good. No die. Shot.
Trying to block things off.
Yeah.
I think so, just right on the nose.
I think we need to throw a house, though.
Right?
It'll be a little lonely in there in a minute.
He knows what's coming.
Uh-huh.
2 shots here. We could go over the top with it.
Yes.
Okay, go over the top of it. This will spin to here.
Yeah.
We lose our shooter, but then it might have us be able to access this one, right?
Yeah.
Or there's the nose, which just
Dead
keeps
nose.
us lying. Moo, it's close. I'm not sold yet that we'll be lying 2. So based on that, I think we probably want to go over the top. And it might bring our 3 back in too, our number 3 rock.
Okay.
If you're not, it's not the end of the world, right?
Like firm then?
Yeah.
Yeah, so over the top of that top
I'm not
yellow
sure we'll
one.
be 2 swat. Then we can never access this, right? We're going to try to go over the top. Then we can access this, possibly.
This way, Cheryl.
Yeah.
Got to be careful not to spin that
like
when
it's
that yellow
about
hits.
that.
It could go that way.
Go for 3/4.
Yeah, okay.
Jimmy.
They got to get quite a bit of that yellow to stick it buried.
You know, I mean, what a shot it would be if, in fact, as John says, that Yellowstone top 12, if they rattle perfectly, they would be sitting 3. They're going to lose their shooter for sure, and Russ. And
Yes.
And John's focus is that back 4-foot stone. If they can get this angle right, stuff it, then they've got access to get at that back 4-foot
Right.
red stone. And that's kind of his whole plan.
This is the shot that's haunted him a little bit so far. That out turn hanging.
Yep.
Yeah. Jim Cotter throwing the 4th stones for the BC champions.
Take the shooter out. Take the shooter out. Hard.
And rolling it away. Oh, and look at it's come in now just to bite the top.
They went with the audible and hit it the other way, which I think smarter to begin with. And you're right, Vic. It's in paint now.
Right.
I like to see that on Jimmy's outturn that they were on it for the brushing, because it has been
Can do lots with that.
the issue, him being wide on it. So it's nice to see that they had to pound it right out of his hand.
Nice throw.
But that's just a joke.
Right.
He's got a catcher over there too, right?
Yep.
Trouble.
You could hit that. He's got a stick, I guess. Yeah.
I don't really need the stick. I mean, it's kind of the same thing again then. He's going to have that.
Yeah.
Don't mind just being right here then.
Breeze is good, yeah. That's good.
Are we definitely number 2? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, freeze is good. Another line. Similar line. Just a hair less ice.
Okay.
Quebec with last rock here, the former champion of 2006, Jean-Michel Menard, as he plays Saskatchewan.
Well, with Adam Casey already lying 2 and a center guard, Jean-Michel elected to ignore the Saskatchewan stones and bury around the center guard, and was able to do so. Adam Casey missed the run back, and so this now is a draw for 2. Does need full 8-foot, though.
Line's good, tap zone. Hey, tap zone.
Last year went 4 and 7 at the Brier in Ottawa.
Good shot, Jim. Good shot.
And he draws the T line for the deuce. So back and forth they go, Quebec and Saskatchewan.
All right, we're going to have to move it then.
Yeah. I'll move it out.
Yeah, I have to move it out.
Right.
Try and get to there.
Okay.
I think they decided that BC was second shot.
Yeah, it's funny because Jordan said, no, they're only sitting 1.
Yeah.
And when they lucky they didn't guard the opponent sitting 2.
Back line.
The problem here is if you hit this and roll too far, it's kind of like a catcher. You might see once that red one, let's, for instance, say it kicks over here somewhere. When Jim Cotter comes down with a rocket to get rid of that red one, he can roll over this way, maybe get them all out. There's still a potential 5 on the scoreboard here if this rolls into the wrong spot.
A little less.
There might be, Cheryl, there might be a roll where there's an actual triple for Cotter.
Hack.
Hold on.
Clean.
Back line.
Whoa. Whoa. Scott.
Scott Zachary. That's where it goes now. If he can get it all the way out, and not quite.
It gets stopped in time.
Just, though. Great brushing.
What's that?
Hopefully it just goes into the side of the other.
So that's a question if the
What if we
thrown
nick this
stone
one?
can
Wow,
go
then we
underneath that 12-foot red stone,
I don't think it will.
just into the side.
Just play for 2.
Yeah, it's not worth it. It nuts it.
Yeah. Same kind of way he threw.
That's what we talked
Wow.
about. If that red
Can't
one had
really-
rolled to here,
We throw forward way. we
into
can't
maybe
really
this position right here, Jimmy comes down with a rocket, hits it on this side, kicks into those two, and they would go out, and you'd score 5. But now it's just going to kick that way and stick. So I don't see anything more than for 2, Cheryl.
No, I'm with you.
Oh, that was within inches.
Actually, Jim, just hack. I think safer.
Yeah, okay.
Just hack.
Not sure Mr. Morris is going to have a voice the entire week.
Mm-hmm.
Good hack.
Short little tap raise here for a possible 2 for
Clean.
BC.
Whoa!
Clean it.
Jim Cotter,
Nice hack.
Whoa, just
Rick
clean.
Sawatsky with this dust, a little
Counter.
clean.
Come on, Jimmy.
And there we have our first points. BC on the board here in the third with a couple. It is one of the unique things about St. John's, the colored houses. They're known to many people as the jelly bean houses because of all the vibrant colors. Well, a sniper shot rang out in the thrilling mid-season cliffhanger, so now you have a chance to find out who took that bullet. Designated survivor, starting Kiefer Sutherland. It returns Wednesday at 10, 9 Central on CTV. Here at Mile 1 Center. And our Day 3 coverage of the Tim Hortons Brier gets underway. On this Monday afternoon, our feature British Columbia against Nova Scotia. And for the first time in the game after BC scores 2 in the third, it'll be Nova Scotia. And the team from the Halifax Curling Club skipped by Jamie Murphy. It does have the last rock. They have the hammer playing the Red Stones.
Tight. Real tight right now.
Might be in. Right off.
I think it's guaranteed in.
We're
Well,
top
Jim
12.
Cotter's figuring it out. He came in at 75%, some struggles with his out turn. He's now 100% and made every out turn. So
Top 12. We're right in front of it. A little bit. Yep.
Keeping you updated, Alberta and New Brunswick blank 3, so they remain tied. And it was a blank in the third as well, so Northern Ontario leads the territories in that one.
Forward. Forward. Good. Forward.
Yep. Hack.
Whoa. Yep. Forward.
Yep.
Whoa. Forward.
Close.
Well, just knows it's fine. Shot.
Shot, Phil.
Shot. Real good.
I think that's the play, guys.
Yeah.
The free guard zone first came out. There was this situation happened every time where there's a rock on the butt, and then the other team, in the case of Morris, who's winning, puts the second one in, and there'd be an easy double. Teams would throw a rocket down there, make the double, but roll out. Morris walks up, peels off the corner guard, and you have no chance to score 2 points. So the top team saws a really soft weight at that previous shot that we just watched. Nova Scotia did a good job. They didn't make the double, but they keep that red one in play. That forces BC to play a defensive shot if they ever roll out.
Go.
Ooh. Looks like it's going to hang around, though. It forces them to play defensive as opposed to an offensive shot to put you under pressure.
That's solid. Strong control.
Yeah. The hair crushed you out there.
Yeah.
Talking about keeping the weight up a little bit out here because it's a new path.
Good.
Still some fresh pebble.
I like what you said where Jamie talked about like small victories and small things to work on, and one was to hit and stay. That previous soft weight double is what did the key to this whole end. Now they have a corner guard.
Okay.
Oh, there's a hit and miss.
There you go. Yeah. Well, and even on Jamie's last, where he didn't roll too far, that was again, not overthrowing it. Make sure you kind of get as close to the nose as you can.
Yeah, that could have been ugly. So there's the unforced error. It allows BC to simplify this end.
Yeah! Boy, right out of his hand, picked up.
Really
Terrell
hard,
Griffith.
Gotta go.
Jim Conner.
Whoa.
Watch the bounce, the ricochet, and they'll get away with it as it goes through.
That was scary.
John could see a jam and a corner guard left up.
Line sight. Good. Close. Hit it if you can.
Yep, go.
Line's good.
Have a look.
Well, you're good.
Good cut. Yep. Clean. Clean.
Really understanding the, what's going to happen there, John, through a fair bit of weight, some good rotation, knowing that that is going to the crowd side. That will curl.
It's going to move.
9 is good? Or 85?
I'd say 90 should be close based on everything else.
Okay.
Mine's a little tight.
Jordan Pinder.
It's good.
Oh, that's good.
These are always tricky late in the end. You can see Nova Scotia, the scoreboard says we got to make something happen sooner than later. Try to freeze this in, but these aren't easy. If this bounces off at all, Team Morris will sit 2, and you might not be able to blank.
Close.
No.
Little bounce.
Okay. Shot, Jordan.
Really, great weight.
Well, here's another blank in the fourth with Quebec and Saskatchewan. So by my count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've had 6 blank ends across all the sheets today. Indicate anything, Cheryl?
I think teams may be trying to figure out what's going on with the ice, maybe taking it a little, like we said, don't be too aggressive too early. Jamie Murphy talked about it. Keep it close for a bit. Learn this ice. I think they're all just trying to figure it out. Maybe starting to make some more shots. We saw that last year at the Brier where the amount of blank ends we had at that Brier, and that was a result of making a lot of shots.
And the team that's winning is quite happy with the blank, too. That's the other thing. Sometimes your opponent won't cooperate like this. Now you get a blank. It's not like Nova Scotia isn't capable of scoring points, but when you make almost a perfect freeze and it's long gone 9 seconds later, it's hard to generate offense.
And that could be a result of them just starting to figure out, getting used to it. This ice is what it is, and they've started to read it better.
They're in the zone.
The weight's been fabulous. That's the one thing. It's consistent.
Every curler said that.
14 and a half.
Yeah, from the time you turn the car off till you go home.
Doesn't change.
It's perfect.
Take it back, Phil, if you want. Take it back.
Good.
Okay, that's good. No.
Line up.
Okay, Jordan.
That's good.
Safely in.
Yeah.
Good control, Jim. Good control.
Control.
This is a spot where John said it ran really, really straight on him. see what this does with
Control,
Jim's throw.
Clean. Control.
Skip Stones here in the
Whoa.
fourth.
Clean. Control.
Now, in this case, a fourth stone thrower, Jim Connor.
Oh, we're sure getting to practice these out-turn hits a lot, aren't we? Like every shot.
Just control.
Okay, sounds good.
Gives you some confidence for Jim, as I said when I looked at his out-turn hits, 54% coming into this game, so not a number that's typical of that turn for him. So great confidence booster to get to throw a bunch of them and make them.
I'm not sure how you handle it, Cheryl, but I found like all these guys are, and the women in the game are perfectionists, or they probably wouldn't be here. So if Jim really does truly feel he's struggling with the out-turn, it's dangerous because you might start, well, let's change the grip a bit, or let's move the shoulders, or let's move your foot in the hack, and as opposed to just, I think, just taking the ice.
You can adjust so many things. And it might be worse if you're not the skip too, because if the broom holder starts to adjust the ice and the guy throwing decides he's going to adjust some things, you can double negative whatever you're doing and make it worse.
A little more.
Whoa. Clean. Yep. Good. Good swat. Good.
Plus.
So up and down the sheet, looking for the blank here in 4.
Yep. Hard fill. Oh. Yep. Hard fill. Clean. Good.
Phil Crowell will take it all the way down, and they both go. So that's 3 blanks in 4 ends. 2-0 BC.
I think our team right now is in a very good spot. I think our team dynamic is just as good as back in that 2013, 2014 years.
Northern Ontario are your Canadian men's curling champions.
We've been through all of the peaks and valleys with this team, and I think that it's just a maturity thing. We've been playing together now for 5 seasons, and we've come a long way. Everybody's extremely dedicated to what we're trying to do, and we try to win week in and week out. And that's no different coming here to the Brier.
And this will be our featured game when we join you again this evening, 6:30 Eastern Time, TSN 1 and 4. Brad Jacobs against Glenn Howard. The Battle of Ontario, draw 7, Tim Hortons Brier. Howard not on the ice, Jacobs is, as he plays the territories. And Jamie Cooey blank in 1. Jacobs takes 1 in the second, blank 3. Final stone coming up now for Jamie Cooey, still looking for his first win.
And an opportunity for 2. He made a lovely come around on his first stone, and Brad Jacobs tried a long run back, did not come close to picking the stone out, and so it is any paint will do for the 2.
Line's good. Stay on it.
Your line's the same now. Never hurting it. Never hurting it.
Never hurting it for Jamie Cooey, making an 11th appearance at the Brier. And that is for the deuce. And that won't make Mr. Jacobs very happy. I watched his demeanor, and he doesn't look, Kathy, to be very happy with the way they're playing.
You know, the run back, I think, wasn't even close. That's probably the part that's bothering him the most.
1 blank, 2 blank, deuce BC, blank 4. We go to the 5th of our featured game here at the Mile 1 Center in St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. And once again, Nova Scotia will have the last rock. They have the hammer, playing the Redstone.
Yep.
Hard, Scott.
What?
Well, Nova Scotia is not for lack of trying. They had something going last time. They had the corner guard up and then rolled out and gave BC the opportunity. And I looked even at their numbers, their hammer efficiency. They've 50% of the time they've been converting. So they're aggressive enough to do it. They just need to throw that kind of weight and stick some rocks in the ring so that they can't go up BC and rip that corner off.
Good control. Yeah! Hard. Hair big. Whoa. Hard. Whoa. Hair big. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Clean. Jim.
Cotter now to take it away from Rick Sawatsky.
Sorry, Todd. Sorry, buddy. My bad.
Pretty good shot just the same, though, to keep it in play.
So here's another blank. Comes in fourth on sheet A. Are you noticing the same thing on A as we're noticing on D, Kathy?
Absolutely, and I don't know whether it's because there was not a morning draw and these teams are a little uncertain about what the empty building will be like, and it's also a little bit wet outside today, but there's a lot of running and up and down on all the sheets.
How much weight? Got to move a lot. Does have to move quite a bit. Looks heavy.
T-line. Go, Phil. It's above T.
Go ahead, Phil. No, you don't need to be above. Go ahead. Go.
Yep.
Go.
Hard. So there's your finish, if what you say, if we believe what you say, that just a slight grade to the boards, that's where the big finish is.
Exactly, and that's why the corner guard by Nova Scotia went up on the left-hand side, makes that little more curl, a little easier to bury. Yes, that you heard them say well before the guard, tons of room, but it ended up in the right spot. So this is definitely the swingy side.
Way to prove our point.
Yeah.
Good job, Russ. I was worried you were going to let us down there.
Skips stick together.
Go, Jim. Hard, Jimmy. Got it.
Vic never skipped, I know that.
No, but I listen. This is going to be a struggle. Get it, but oh!
See, that's that swingy spot to the crowds.
Okay. You come over here. You stay on that side. But it's, you know, I mean, listen, for those who don't play at this level or any, I mean, if you're even a club team, that's where the adjustment has to be made. You as the skip, John Morris, have to realize that it's moving that much more that way. You'll have to ice it that much differently.
You do. It has to be John, but it also has to be the thrower. You don't get away any more with being a thrower down at the other end, just throwing at the broom. You have to always be aware of what the pro side throw is. A little bit more weight in the swingy spots, maybe a little less in the straight spots.
That one just will over curl, it appears, a little bit. So the Yellowstone belonging to BC is still second shot.
That's it. Unforced error for sure. It's close.
Going hack?
No. Listen, you were right on the one going to the boards. Here, you're not right. It's not close. No, it's not close. No, you see, it's not close. It's all.
Give him one.
That's it.
We got to.
Good hack.
It gets us one for the day, and that's it.
Yeah.
Good hack. Clean. Swat. Clean.
It's better curl, Cheryl.
Oh, there it goes.
Yes.
Roll it hard. Roll it,
And
Jimmy.
trying to roll it away from that corner now when it sits. One for sure. Close for two.
Now the finish is real
Nice weight, Johnny. Control.
And there's the adjustment, Cheryl, that you just referred to. There's John now realizing, having seen it through Terrell Griffith's stones, he makes the adjustment not only on the line, but as on the throw.
On the throw. And that is what you have to do, the awareness. Up the weight, gave himself a little bit more ice.
Wow. Little firm. Heavy. Little firm. Scott. Whoa. Yep. Control, right?
Yeah, he's heavy.
So many of the top teams even now have different releases. You know, it starts to get complicated out there if you're doing a soft release and a release with rotation in different spots. But for ice surfaces, sometimes that's what you have to do. You have to have a different release. I do believe that's been part of Nova Scotia's benefit here. Is they're not used to ice that really swings a lot, so they're used to straighter ice. This is curling. You're getting 4 feet, but it's not 6 feet of curl. So maybe a little easier for them to adjust to.
So true.
Really hard.
A little more. Easy.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
More.
Close.
Whoa.
Close.
More. No.
Swat.
Swat.
Swat. Hard.
Swat. Yep, yep,
Going
yep,
to get
yep.
this and roll it underneath their own. What a stone. What a shot as it settles. Back edge of the button.
I saw it. You moved it like, I saw it.
This way.
This is not the BC team we saw day one for sure. They've got it dialed in now.
Swat. Hard.
Swat. Yep, 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 yep.
Roll it. Roll it. Whoa.
Nice shot, Chip. Nice shot, Johnny.
This looks more like the BC team. I caught a couple of their provincial games, and they looked on fire and comfortable, like a team that had worked hard all year to get to that spot.
They're line 2. If we freeze, he's got to run us. Or he's got to run
I like this.
Okay.
Back it up.
Gotta go, Phil. Gotta go.
Hard! Run it back. Got it. Lovely. And they'll leave their stone out in front again.
Sweet, Phil.
Good shot.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, you got you got it, man.
Remember, I mean, I just remind you what I said earlier that their coach Bruce Lona said their practice sessions prior to getting here, he said they were just full of confidence.
They're a nice team, Saltina. That's where you have to be careful here. If this rock, they're going to play, Jimmy Cotter's going to play the out turn. You see John where he wants it, but it's so easy to over curl here. You do something like that, it still looks like a really good shot. Until Jamie Murphy does that, scores 2.
Top button.
So it's the under curl is the option here.
Leave it on the left side of center as we look on it.
Yeah. And that's easier said than done, isn't it?
I like high 90s.
Yeah, I like that. 98 to 3 is good.
Yeah, 3, Jimmy.
Said to Jamie Barrasso this morning, so it's around 4 feet. He says, that's what I want. I want 4 feet of curl, no more nor less. Look where that broom is. Edge of the 8 foot. They want this on the center line.
Top 4.
So close.
Line's good. Little bit for line.
Line's good.
Line's good. Line's
Top
good.
4.
Whoa, top button, boys. Top button. Line's great. Top button.
There.
Whoa,
It's
whoa,
good.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Looks all here.
Piece of curl.
Half on this button.
You're in, you're in.
Half on this button. Yeah, hard tie, hard. Hard tie, hard.
Whoa,
Hard,
easy,
hard,
easy,
hard,
easy,
hard,
easy.
hard.
Just top
Easy.
button. Just top button.
Good. Good judge, boys. Great judge.
Wow. Just on that side of center line. Way to go. Isn't that nice, eh? I mean, the front ends are a team within a team.
Patting each other on the
Roll
back.
there. He knows.
This team is, I don't know, I said this to Russ, it's kind of the whole is greater than the sum. They just bring the best out in each other, all of them. You talk about that extra 10%, and that's what they do for each other. I think a lot of it's belief. Curling teams are funny. They're so small, and it's not like a hockey team where if you have something not working, you can run and hide. And a curling team, it has to work well. The relationships have to.
Russ, can I just bring you up, because it raises a debate about what amount of curl is good curl or satisfactory curl. We don't want 1 foot, 2 feet. I grant you that. 4 feet, is that good curl, or would you rather have 5, 5.5 feet?
Well, it's a great question. Most ice makers are between 4 and 5, and they'll have reasons for it. Jamie's got his. He feels that if this rock's pushed outward a bit, it won't come back, and you deserve to miss a shot. It also depends on your release. Rachel Holman would love 6 feet of curl because she floats it out. That's the way she plays it, very inside-out positive. Other curlers in Eastern Canada could beat you on 1 foot of curl because of the soft release.
Hard.
Tap it back far enough. Not quite.
Let's try.
Not shot.
Still a good shot.
Not shot.
That's pretty good.
Not shot, but not really. Not bad, I guess.
Just a smidgen, eh?
And even if you're here, Jim.
Right, because then if he taps.
Yeah.
Quebec leading and sitting 1, 2, 3, Kathy, maybe even a fourth, and Saskatchewan's final stone coming up.
I do think that it is 3, and that's because of a great angle shot made by Jean-Michel Menard on his final stone. Took a lot of time this end, had a timeout to look at the angles. And so Adam Casey playing that wide in-turn draw, trying to get to the shot stone at the back behind the tee line. Needs the finish.
Out of the Highland Curling Club in Regina, Dustin Kidby.
Deuce, you gotta go. Something.
Sean Meacham.
Well,
Catelyn Schneider. And this one will not come back. And through it goes. So 1, 2, 3 for sure. And away they go. So Quebec takes advantage of a miss from Adam Casey, and they now lead at 6-2. Again, comes back to what you're saying. You know, overthrew it just that little bit.
Yeah, and it makes you look silly. Absolutely. And it's just like golf. Some people are better on, you know, a short course with trees all over the place. Some like are bombers, like the wide open golf course. It's the same here. There's many players that like to soften the release and get a little more curl. You have trouble in swinging ice.
Easy.
Whoa there, whoa.
It's good. D-line back 4.
Uh-oh. Okay, lines, it's curling.
Wait's real good.
Line's good. Right here, boys.
Yeah,
Right here.
we're there.
Right here.
We're there.
Trying to get right to the nose of their own yellow.
Line only. Hard
Line
line.
only.
Hard.
Yep, go, 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 go.
Whoa, whoa. Yep.
Well, there you go. So, I mean, that's, as you say, that tells you everything you need to know. He's perfect. And it's a remarkable thing that there, you know, the fist bumps. This is not the Jim Cotter that played in the first 3 games.
No, this is not. This is a Jim Cotter that's figured it out because of his team, because they figured out the ice. Gives him a lot of confidence.
Jim Cotter didn't just learn how to curl overnight, did he? He's just figuring it out better. Only choice right here. Peel, wait. I think it'll miss this one, but it'll go. What they're trying to do is get it right there. If they can actually stick it there, I think that yellow one will skid back a little bit. You could actually score a couple.
Jamie Murphy is throwing a 92% game so far. Now, granted, we've had three blank ends.
This could be a potential 4-point swing.
Final stone. Right now, BC's hitting the 2. 2 stolen points in the pocket for John Morris. Zachary 1. Oh, and he's going to slide underneath. And that one on the lid will be a stolen point for BC.
That was close.
Yeah, that was close.
Halfway through, BC leads at 3-0.
The 2017 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada.
The hillsides around St. John's Harbor covered in snow this morning. Canadian Coast Guard heading out through the channel into the open waters. We're in St. John's, Newfoundland, Labrador for this year's Tim Hortons Brier. We're midway through. BC leads at 3-0 over Nova Scotia and Jamie Murphy, who's standing by with Brian.
Jamie, great game after 5. I know you're down, but you've been playing very well. How close were you to making that in-off there to come in and maybe score 2?
Yeah, probably a couple inches on the rock. It was really close. It looked close most of the way, but just didn't quite curl at the end.
Any challenges out there with the ice? It looks a little bit straighter, but roughly about that 4 feet of swing, it looks like.
Yeah, the ice has been good. I mean, we're still trying to get our draw weight down a little bit in this game, but other than that, you know, we're going all right. We'll try and put this one to 10.
How are you and your team feeling? Come through the pre-competition, had some great games and some momentum and some confidence. It really looks like you guys are a different team from the last few years.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, this is obviously an awesome field, and I mean, we're playing hard, and we feel pretty good. There's no fatigue yet. We're feeling pretty good.
Thanks for your time. Best of luck.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Well, he remains perfect as we check the numbers after 5. Jim Cotter throwing 4th stones for BC. 100%. John Morris at 93. Jamie Murphy, by comparison, is now with that miss at 83%. Numbers after 5 are brought to you by Ford of Canada, proud partner of Curling Canada for 22 years. Out to sea they go. The Canadian Coast Guard from here in St. John's.
The 2017 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures. By Home Hardware, homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice. And by Ford of Canada, proud partner with Curling Canada for 22 years.
It is a struggle sometimes when you come from away, as many of us do, to St. John's. You wonder, did I really study English in school?
If someone says, I dies at you, they're paying you a very high compliment because they think you're really, really funny. When I dies at somebody, that's when my laugh reaches another level. It goes completely silent. It's just air. There's no noise. People think I'm choking. There's definitely tears coming out of my eyes. This is an all-encompassing body laugh. Takes over. You're incapacitated until the laughter has determined that it's finished. I dies at you is something I still hear and use all the time. It's a regular term. It's a term of endearment, a very, very high compliment to pay somebody who considers being funny a good thing.
Very nice. I dies at you. I've died many times over, right? Of course. 31 years. But that's, yes, it's interesting. Sometimes, you mentioned last night, somebody came up to you as we welcome you back to St. John's and our coverage of the Tim Hortons Brier. And some gentleman came up to pay you a compliment, or at least you thought it was a compliment. You didn't know what the gentleman was saying.
No idea. I don't know what he said.
It is really, we began on Saturday, of course, with Draw 1, and we were so looking forward to this year's Tim Hortons Brier. (3-0) BC leads it. As we pick up play here in 6, it looks like we might have a problem with one of the stones as Phil Crowell is in the hack, waiting to see if in fact it resets. Remember, now they do have that eye on the hog, the sensor, and then they tip it up to reset it. If it hasn't reset, then they'll have to bring an official out to stand at the hog line and do it old school. So while we're in a little bit of a delay, Kathy, you're up now. Here we go, Alberta, New Brunswick in a 1-1 tie.
Well, and I think that for Brendan Bottcher, he's been so close to good today, but just a couple of off shots, grazed on his first one. That allowed New Brunswick to throw a long guard. And so this is not about multiple points. It's a tricky little wick in to the lid for the single.
Still looking for their first wins, the all-rookie team, Brendan Bottcher.
Okay, we're okay. Wait only. Wait only. Good.
And
beauty.
Perfect. Raised right to the pinhole. Very nice. 2-1. Alberta leads it going to the break. And so the official came out, stood at the hog line, and allowed Phil Crowell to throw. And he'll catch the top edge of the 12.
Just good firm. We don't need too much here. We don't want to mess these up.
Don't want to touch those up.
Just good firm.
Right? Just good firm. Okay.
Always thinking, always communicating. Soften the weight. You throw a rocket down here because you're trying to kill the enemy rock. You just don't want to move those 2 yellows.
Whoa, clean. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Clean. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Good. Nice. I just didn't want to mess these up.
No, of course. Good.
Gotta move these around.
Territories may be surprising.
Back 8, back 12.
Northern Ontario as they play in 4.
Well, and it's been draw weight. That's been the challenge for Brad Jacobs today. That red stone at the back of the 8-foot, that was his draw attempt on his first. Jamie Cooey had the opportunity to put more pressure on Brad, but came a little bit light, and so it is 2 that Brad Jacobs faces, but it is essentially the same shot.
T-line, line's perfect. Put it on the tee. Clean. Line's good. Hard, Jordan. Line's good. Hard, Jordan. Jordan. Hard. Hard, Jordan. Hard.
And they'll move it back. And now this one will finally stop at the back 12 in a 2-2 tie. Brad Jacobs, former champion, gold medal winner. And not comfortable, to say the very least.
That's the worst feeling for a skip when the draw weight leaves you or when you're struggling to find it. It's your go-to shot.
Yep.
Hard time.
Good. You're good.
Earl Griffith.
My name's Rick.
Shotstone still belongs to BC. Without last rock here in 6.
Skinny, wasn't he? See what he was doing now. He's trying for the skinny.
Instead of hitting the red Nova Scotia rock in the rings with the 3-point lead, BC decided to peel a corner. To the club curler, that might be a strange move, but it's the corner guard that's going to allow Murphy to put pressure on BC. The one that's in the rings is going to be easy to hit, and John Morris knows at some point in time Nova Scotia's come into the middle. They have to come to the middle because of the yellow BC shot rock, and there should be a red double.
It's good. Good judge.
You see the yellow one sitting there, so I guess probably the best shot for Nova Scotia would be hit that red onto the yellow, roll over, try to prevent a double, but it'll be very hard not to set up a double for British Columbia. Real veteran move here. Just peel a guard, keep it simple.
Clean.
I'm sure we've chatted before about, you know, you have to manage the team. You look at everything around you, your opposition. You look at the conditions. If if this ice is a little straighter than what you've become accustomed through the first 2 days,
I think we hit
further to Russ's point, if you're either of these skips, simplify basic curling up and down the sheet and don't go for a lot of chances. Now it's a little more difficult for Nova Scotia. They're behind 3-0, so they're going to have to try and mount some kind of offense.
They do, and I mean, a lot of times when it gets a little, if it's not as much curl as you're used to, although Nova Scotia, this is pretty comfortable ice for them. They're probably thinking this is a lot of curl, but again, you bring your weights down a little bit, try and get more out of a shot, bring the guards a little tighter, can bury around it. You don't want to leave the guards too high. So, you know, and have a lot of conversation between ends. I think that's one of the biggest things.
Nice to stick here,
getting the most out of the shots.
Well, yeah, you can't get around this
without
shot over this one.
So let's conservatively play the roll. And if we roll out, we roll out.
Okay. So we'll kind of wait.
Control.
Okay.
Enter.
Nova Scotia has missed a couple little opportunities when they've had hammer. They slid in on the guard here in the earlier part of this end, so that slid in, which allows BC to peel the other guard. A couple other ends they rolled out, allowed BC to peel the guard off. So just little teeny mistakes that allow BC to get out of the end.
Good control.
John Morris.
Whoa!
It's real SWAT.
Hard, buddy.
Good.
Hard.
Good.
Good.
Roll it out. SWAT.
Okay. Another great call by John. There's no need to leave that shooter in the rings anywhere. All it is backing for Nova Scotia to use.
Good shot.
I like the peel on my first one, but I think they...
Sure, it's good.
I think they made a mistake by throwing that corner. And I'd hate to just give them a deuce. So.
Whoa!
Could be close.
I want to say it's close. Line's good. Get her back here.
What do you think?
Line's good.
Jordan Pinder.
Where's the weight? Line's good. Line's good. Line's great. Let's curl a bit. Hard! All right, guys. Scott in! All right, Scott. Let's Scott, go hard, Scott. Come on. Hard! Come on, Scott. Right to it. Hard!
Taking it down all the way and right to the face.
That is a beautiful freeze.
Incredible.
Shot, Jordan. Nice.
Awfully good effort from Nova Scotia to be down 3-0.
Oh, yeah.
You have good momentum.
But make sure we stick around one, right? And then all of a sudden that corner's in play.
You betcha. I think the best is just to nut it, if you can.
Yeah.
Let's go for that.
Okay.
This is the easiest way to get rid of that freeze. You can't
Nice and
really
hard.
play it directly on the red. It just won't go anywhere, so you can get the angle by running this shot stone back. Nose a little high side.
Actually, Jim, this is the best right here. Hit and roll.
Want to keep a yellow one in the 8-foot area, otherwise Nova
Three
Scotia
quarters.
loops around that corner guard.
Ball. Curl. Ball. Tweener.
That's fine.
Okay. And nothing stays.
Go, Jimmy. Nice throw.
That works.
It's hard to play that with much less weight because you wanted to make sure you unlocked those reds and it was gone.
You had to get it out of there, that's right.
Oh, threw that one too good. Hey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Too pure.
But this is the chance you were talking about, right? You're 2 against 1 here.
Yeah, exactly. You sink this, and it's not only
Just an inch more.
will it be a run back, it'll be a run back with the wrong colors.
What kind of speed do you like?
Nice chance here for
85.
the 2.
85 or 90?
85.
That's
Line's
good.
good. Line's good. Room. Line's
little
good.
bit.
Line's real good.
Like to go a bit.
Okay, go if you have to. Line's good.
Jamie Murphy, his first.
No, you don't need to curl. It does not need
Now
to
this
curl.
is playing away
Whoa,
from
does not need to
the
curl.
stands.
Just in front of the tee.
Yep. Come on, bring it.
Oh, look at the finish here, too. And in front of the tee, right on the edge of the 8.
It's a great shot.
I don't know why I said didn't need to curl. I can't curl.
Okay.
So saying curl
Buried all the way?
Yeah, it's buried. You can't see much, I guess.
You can see a little piece of it.
All right, fine.
Yeah, probably a third.
This is Skip's preference here. Back weight tap or the run back.
Yeah, like about 2 or 3 inches.
You have 2 to 3 inches.
Oh, okay. What are you liking?
I like either shot. Take a look from the hack, though, Jim.
Yeah, I think this is definitely, I'm with you, Russ. This is a thrower's
And
preference.
Johnny knows it.
Yeah.
Johnny usually dictates this whole team, but not here. He's saying, hey, look, Skipper's got to make this puppy.
Doesn't like it for the pick, so play the run back.
Big shot here.
Yeah, stuff it, and then you've got the open draw for 2. Final stone, BC, Jim Goddard.
Tie.
Some late licks. Terrell Griffith got it. Yes, they do.
Shot, Jimmy.
Good throw. Nice line call.
Shot, Jimmy.
I think the only turn Jim should throw is the out turn.
Welcome back, Cotter.
Good boy, kid.
Oh, you've been waiting. You have
Really?
been.
Really?
Oh.
Maybe 10 years ago, but now. You just beat me to it. That's the problem.
He dies at you, Vic.
Yeah. And through it goes.
Yeah.
3-0. BC. A little more coaching from John Morris and Jim Cotter as we drop in on this game between Saskatchewan and Quebec. Kathy?
And an opportunity for 2 here for Adam Casey. Took a lot of time, called a timeout about rock placement trailing in this game. And so now he has the opportunity for 2 to close that gap.
This just moments ago, right beside our main sheet. Sean Meacham. Uh-oh. And away it will go. Quebec leads it. Continuing with our updates on this sixth draw Monday afternoon. Northern Ontario and the Territories. We saw an unhappy Brad Jacobs, but this is the last throw for Jamie Cooey.
Well, Brad Jacobs will be a lot happier after his second throw. His first one trying to bury came a little bit light, did not look happy, but he had the opportunity to put it in the forefoot, and he did, and that is why now Jamie is facing that. He needs the button for the single.
Now, we were discussing here in the booth, Kathy, if you know, just some of these teams that play on the tour all the time just aren't used to simply a little bit straighter ice. It's a little bit more finicky, a little bit more harder to adjust to. Let's go over to sheet A now, and this is really a must-win, you'd think, for Brendan Botcher and the Alberta team, throwing the Redstones against Mike Kennedy and the team for Fredericton.
Sorry, it has been one of those ends where it has been all Alberta line 3 buried for Mike Kennedy. He just kept running stones back, never actually had a run back. They just kept peeling them out, but Brendan came a little deep. He did make a run double on his first, but still faces 2.
Out of the Capital Winter Club in Fredericton. No, he just ticks it, and now look at that, 1 and 2. So a steal of 2 and a 4-1 lead for Alberta. Nova Scotia and BC is our feature. Yeah, 2 blanks there, blank there, blank there. But again, let's give credit to BC and Jim Cotter, who makes the run back to open up the rings and allow the blank by Nova Scotia. And once again, it'll be Nova Scotia and the team from the Halifax Curling Club that does have Last Rock playing the Redstones here in 7. You know, I'm watching the little rubs and the rolls and the steals over there, that Alberta game, for example. Mike Kennedy, and
Line's fine.
I asked you earlier, Russ, about skips having to maybe tighten up the line a little bit. And maybe in those cases they are tightening it up and then getting caught.
Well, and it's funny you'd say that. You're reading my mind. Mike Kennedy, I've curled against Mike Forever. He's from my province, New Brunswick. Always been an incredible shot maker, but on straight ice. And Mike did struggle the first 1 or 2 times he was here with over curling. And yeah, that's what you do. You tighten it up a little bit. You watch maybe Alberta throw the rock a little straighter. You say to yourself, it's not going to curl. But Mike's release, it will curl, and that was just enough to wreck their steal of 2. That's a huge steal. Gets Alberta on track for their first victory.
Shooting, buddy. Thanks. Go, Sky. Okay. Just top 8. Yep.
Nova Scotia needs to get something to work for them. They've had opportunities, but Jim Cotter's come up with some great shots. It's just getting late in the game here, down 3.
Pretty close. Real good. Top 12, top 8. Okay, freeze it. Line's perfect. Top 8, freeze.
Line's good.
Line's real good. Top 8, freeze. Yep.
Hard.
Hard line.
Gotta go hard.
Wait there. Wait there.
Hard, Jordan.
Hard line.
Hard, Jordan. Hard.
Jordan Pinder
Hard.
on this stone from Scott Zachary.
Okay.
Just on the other side of that yellow would have been ideal.
Brilliant weight.
Scott.
John might take the college try at the double here. He's going to roll towards that anyways. It's a pretty natural, Cheryl. Like, you want to hit half when you're just playing a straight peel. Half is ideal. Like, thinner you can miss it, thicker you're not going to roll far enough. So half's the ideal. That's half here on the spinny turn. This could be close.
Might even get away with a third on it.
Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, whoa.
Okay.
So a little thin will lose the shooter and the first shot rock. They're still sitting shot, though. BC without last.
Not bad.
The problem with that is you do get rid of that shot stone, so 1 less rock for Nova Scotia to have to deal with. You kind of did it for them.
Jordan Pinder.
Wait,
Clean.
halfway.
Just halfway.
Halfway.
Want it tight.
Not tight.
A little
Halfway.
heavy. Just
Well then.
lots of rotation.
Clean it. Clean it.
Half. A little better than halfway.
It's tight. It's tight.
Oh.
Sit. Sit. Okay.
Sit.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Okay.
All right, not bad.
It's fine.
Heavy.
Just try to pick it.
Sure.
I think
Yeah,
I could
it's
just
definitely not there. Okay.
just throw firm. No, it's not, I don't like that. It's double jams there, right?
Yeah.
Just firm. Just pick it.
I think I like this call.
Why?
Well, because I think they'll eventually go around these two, use them as guards. In fact, I thought they might go on that last one.
Because of the stagger?
Yeah. So they can
Hit and
kind of
roll,
get rid
like,
of it
just kill
all.
both of them and hit and
Still
roll
don't
over?
mind the peel.
Bring the play away from the corner guard or no? Whatever you like, John.
Well, if I don't make the pick and I kill them all, then he just comes around the.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's your point, Cheryl.
This was my first
Rip the
thought.
guard. He throws another guard. We go up inside.
I mind just ripping the guard.
Okay. Hold on. Just rip the guard.
You're leaving the tougher come around. You got to come around two top 8-foot stones.
And there's still plenty of curl in this ice to be able to do that.
Clean.
And rip it they do.
Yeah, we'll make him make a better one there.
We're back.
Now this a little bit, I guess, I'm thinking
higher.
this out loud here. They're going to leave it high. Are they going for a guard? They're not coming
They are,
behind?
yeah.
Okay,
Not yet.
Sorry. All right. Never mind. I'll save it.
Just save that.
Save it.
Hold that
Next
thought.
shot, you can ask that question,
Okay.
I think.
Pretty close to save.
That's the
Little higher.
trick here, isn't it? When do you
Not
make
much higher.
the
Little
move?
higher.
When do you go? You can't wait forever. It's possible, highly unlikely, it's possible Cotter will just draw for two somewhere here.
Keep the broom down, Scott.
Oh, clean it.
Clean it.
Well, if they don't use, they being Nova Scotia, and they haven't used that stagger,
Shot, Jordan.
why doesn't BC use it?
Well, because of the score more than anything. They ever
Okay.
slide deep and leave Nova Scotia something to come down to.
Here you go to Vic's point. They probably had, if they're going to go around that stagger guard that you suggested, they needed to do it on that last shot.
Try the thin double.
You might see them just draw
Yeah,
for
you're
two
right.
here.
So I think
Yeah,
we
they
gotta go
are.
here.
Why not?
Could just throw the end.
Even this is pretty good.
Yeah.
Make him freeze, we freeze, right?
Yeah.
Geez, now they're calling Vic's shot.
Probably easiest to get there too.
My
Yeah,
thought,
back
though,
one.
to be quite honest with you, because of the way they're staggered, Russ, you play the out turn rather than the in turn. Is it because of the way
To get around everything?
Yeah.
You get slightly better chance to get around, but you have to go out so wide, you'd
wide,
almost be on the
okay.
carpet, and that's just a fresh spot.
Yeah, that's a little slow.
That's
up
right.
there.
That's slower on that blue stuff.
You try to split this. Yeah. Okay.
I'm not sure I like the come around, even though probably because Vic suggested it, but I just go open side.
I
Sure.
would too. I agree. And I think Nova Scotia, because of this, needed to go on their last one around those staggers.
And I heard John say to Jimmy, you bury it, they freeze, you can freeze. Well, why give your skip have to throw a perfect freeze? That's not easy.
Sweep it aggressive. We're good.
Wait, you're good. Oh, there.
Oh,
easy.
Oh, easy. Right to my broom.
He could smell, though, it right now. The game is on the line. If he can steal one more, potentially steal two here, BC.
Good scrub, boy.
And then to the back edge of the floor he goes.
And they decided not to play the come around, actually. They left it open, which is a much better idea.
He hits and rolls and we can freeze him.
Yeah.
Make them hit and roll perfect, and then you get then freeze.
That's not a joke, anyways. If like
No,
you
you're right.
freeze it and he blasts it, I mean,
That's tough. Yeah, you're right.
I think we'll just try and roll it here.
Yep, that's good.
Just board.
Yep.
Yeah, you could look at this being back four, that you could freeze to it, but the perfect freeze is so hard against the big weight that Jim can throw. So try and make the perfect hit and roll.
Roll it somewhere.
Yeah.
The perfect freeze was always thought to be the most difficult shot. Ever since I got involved with it. And today probably more so because of that upweight. I mean, the two stones literally do have to be nose to nose.
Well, yeah, and it's gotten more difficult because of these rocks as well, because the action you get off these stones.
Bill!
Looking for that little hit and flip towards that stagger, and there it is. Yeah, lovely shot. They are the shot stone, Nova Scotia.
This is brilliant.
Great shot.
Nice shot.
Now further to your point, what's left for Mr. Cotter?
Yeah, tough one. A real tough one.
Shot. Nice. Really good. Really good.
Geez, we're good together.
Yeah, it's
wow.
That's really good.
But I liked leaving it wide open for BC because it forced Nova Scotia to make an absolute perfect curling shot, which just happened to happen. Really good stone.
Yeah, if we tuck a piece, we're good, guys. Okay.
Well, that's the thing. It's got to come around their own stone top of the 8-foot. You rub and roll into the open, boy.
You wouldn't want to be light either and set up a double for 3. But you heard Johnny turn around and say, nice shot. Similar speed to his last one.
Whoa,
Back 4 right now.
Too much room.
Don't want to.
No line, guys.
It's heavy.
Leaves Jim Cotter a little wide-eyed here.
Trying.
Line's getting better.
Stay
for
close.
Sure, for sure, Rick in though. Rick.
Easy.
Whoa. Get ready. Yep.
Go.
Yep. Hard.
They're going to break now.
Hard.
Trying to get it right to that corner. Tuck a little piece. Oh, lovely.
Nice shot.
But it was some nervous times.
That came off, eh?
Yeah, they were calling that like it was going to be nowhere near coming around there.
Got that dialed in.
Well, from what Rick Sawatsky thought, they were, in fact, back 4. And then you heard John Morris say, boy, they got nothing right now. We have to wait.
I think it's just that time of the game. It's starting to get a little bit softer down the center, and that helped in that particular case.
85.
A couple of perfect curling shots.
His came down a bit, so just keep an eye on it.
Here you go.
That was 14-3, so we've been seeing 14.5 was to T-line, so maybe a little stickier down the slide path.
We couldn't hit that early though. If we had to go for
so drawing the piece of the button, that's what he has to do with his last. Jamie Murphy.
Line's good.
And one of the early memories for us will be that game he played, his opener here against
Have a look. A little wider than his.
Glenn Howard in Ontario when he got the pinhole in the extra for a 6-5 win. Draw weight has been his strength. And there you see why. Brilliant. They're on the board, trailing 3-1. Now we go quickly to the game. Northern Ontario against the Territories. Shot rock belongs to the Territories.
It does indeed. Brad Jacobs tried a big weight double on his first one, missed the one at the back, and that allowed Jamie Cooey to draw into lie 2. And that stone replaced by Brad Jacobs, but it is not shot. This is a draw for 2. Does need full 8-foot though.
We're not on it. You're okay.
From the Yellowknife Curling Club.
God damn it.
In an 11th appearance at the Brier. And look at that. Check out that scoreboard. 4-3 the Territories. Well, Jim Cotter came into this game struggling, not so much on his draw weight, but his hits. And right now is absolutely perfect, and a great indication is this shot.
No kidding. I mean, he's just been dialed in for the hits all game, but now he has to go. He hasn't thrown a ton of draws. Makes this one perfectly. Throws the right weight. Has to be top 4, can't bounce off or anything.
For sure, Rick. Whoa. Get ready.
And he tucks a piece around. That leaves
Good,
Jamie Murphy to draw the button. He was good as well, but it's a 100% game thrown so far by Jim Cotter. The key shot is brought to you by Cashmere. Nothing feels like Cashmere. So Nova Scotia's on the board. We go to the 8th, and it'll be British Columbia that does have last rock. They have the hammer playing the Yellowstones and leading 3-1.
Maybe a hair less.
Please.
Same weight, maybe a hair less.
Please. Whoa. Whoa.
Nova Scotia through the center.
Back 12.
Rick Sawatsky made the tick shot.
Whoa. Back 12.
Now Nova Scotia a little bit deep on this one, allows them to play a little rub in.
Stay in the rings probably too.
Very nice.
And maybe underneath.
Even better.
Attaboy. Nice shooting
Shot.
shot.
Man they call SWAT. Rick Sawatsky in a 7th Brier.
Just cross it a bit. Halfway.
Yeah. Good. Halfway.
Needs to curl a bit. Get it to curl a bit. Oh, not too deep, not too deep.
Scott.
Hey, Scott.
Good.
Wow, 1, 2, 3. They all belong to Saskatchewan, so that's what's facing Quebec and Jean-Michel Menard.
Well, a whole lot more rocks in play than Quebec wanted with that edge. Jean-Michel made a fabulous angled double on his first, and Adam Casey rebounded with a great double on his own, and that's why he lies 3, looking for a draw to the 4-foot.
Boy.
Oh. Easy.
Hard to do.
Shot, Jim.
And there it is, right to the lid for the single. 7-3, they lead it.
Regarding that?
Yes. Just like, not totally.
And a little disappointment there, you can see, with Adam Casey out of Regina, coming in with a 2-1 record and in danger of losing his second.
Clean.
Tighter line last.
It's good.
We're playing right up against the boards here.
Okay, well, it's fine.
Got a curl.
At the Mile 1 Center, we're on sheet D for our feature.
A little tighter.
That's a curl.
Okay.
That's what BC talked about as well. Their first 2 games, they were out when Newfoundland was playing, and they found it really distracting. They've had now a couple games without Newfoundland on the ice, and especially being against the boards. Newfoundland makes a great shot in the middle of the sheets, and the crowds beside you go nuts.
I talked to some of the players about the opposite reaction too. Like Mike McEwen made an unbelievable feather double for 3 to basically win the game, and there was like 9 people clapping. And it's not because the crowd's being rude. They're probably not even watching Mike McEwen. They're over watching Brad Gushu, and it's I think that's also distracting. You make a real nice shot. You're used to the crowd, you know.
And nothing.
Yeah, nothing. Crickets.
New Brunswick picks up a single. They're still trailing by 2 to Alberta.
Halfway.
Just half.
Gotta go there. Yep, I think so.
Bring to my broom. Yep, for weight. Hard for weight. Hard weight. Gotta go.
All right, guys.
Hard, you gotta go.
All right, guys, come on. Get in there.
Hard. Hard. It's good.
Roll. Yeah. Where we want to do is actually roll probably to the back 4-foot, eh?
Yeah, over to here.
Yeah. Board weight.
The idea to roll close to the button out in the open, and then it's tough for Nova Scotia to get underneath cover.
Forward time.
Huh? We want to roll it if we could, like back 4.
Okay.
Solid.
Solid board.
Clean.
Whoa. Clean.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Other
Good
way.
board.
Yep.
Good
Yep.
board. Yep.
Yep.
Right to it, right to it, right to it. Okay.
Okay.
Good. Wait, good.
Nice shot.
I don't know. Do you want to play that? Whatever you like. Or the draw. Play the freeze. Okay.
I think just by how straight that is, that was the same spot John threw I think the first end and commented on how straight it was. It's just tough to get an inside roll, so this might get a better result because you've got a little bit more curl to the boards.
Line's good.
It's pretty good.
Clean it. You got to be frozen.
Line's good.
Weight's
Has
close.
to be frozen.
A little heavy.
It's the only game of the day.
Whoa, then.
And as mentioned, there was no draw this morning. Only game of the day for Nova Scotia.
Back 8 almost.
They'll be idle tonight.
Yeah.
PC and John Morris, they'll be back on the other side of mile 1 on sheet A tonight against the defending champions and Kevin Cooley.
That's not bad.
And they will be dealing with some noise then.
Yeah, that's right, because Newfoundland and Labrador will be on this sheet. Brad Goujiu against Saskatchewan.
Overburied.
Yeah, it is overburied.
Oh, because then I just nutted onto it, he freezes, right? I like.
What about just nosing that?
I don't mind playing the outside one or peeling.
And killing it. If you nose it, you're not going to leave your shoe
Well,
there, right?
if we peel, you can't guard both, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. I think he wants us to follow him in.
I agree. I think he wants us
I don't
to
mind the
follow
peel.
Peel.
Well, there you go. That's your old adage, right? Ask what
Yeah, that's what I
what
would
the
want
other
if I
skip
was
would want you to do. And somebody said he wants you to follow him. So in other words, come down to the redstone at the back 8.
So don't do that.
So don't do that.
Don't do that.
Doctor, it hurts when I do this. Well, then don't do that.
Wait. Whoa.
It's so true, though. You can't see the forest for the trees sometimes. You get caught up in all this and that. And well, what does he want me to do? That's in a good spot, that red one for Nova Scotia.
Dead buried.
Now that the guard's gone, John made a really good point.
On tick guards.
They can either hit the red one or the yellow one. He can't guard them both.
No, I like.
Because you can't guard both.
No.
Right. Exactly. That's why I was kind of thinking, kind of like in the peel.
I think if we guard it again, I think he's
Yeah.
going to just rip it.
Time has been
I think
called
we
by
guard it. We do that on your
Nova
last one.
Scotia.
If we do it now, it might be just one shot too early.
Only got 2 shots left.
I know.
If we guard, what's the plan?
I think he's playing this. If he
Okay,
noses it
but
and
he's gonna-
pumps it away.
But you're going to
If
have
he
a
makes it,
guard.
then
He's
we
going to
have-
be behind the tee line.
No, he's not. He's going to nose it and make this.
Okay. And then we still got the guard to come around.
Yeah, it's just so precise, Bruce, because if we're here, then he can do this, and I guess if we're there, it's okay.
If you go there, he's going to nose you, and he could be shot rock.
Okay.
I think you
So
got
like
to
straight guard this?
Yeah, I'm not worried if he plays this. We got the guard to come around.
Okay. A little tighter then, probably? So you make it decent?
You want to come right in?
Well, you want to make a good one on your last one.
You want to come right like here?
No, guard.
No, guard.
Okay, you want no doubles, right?
Guard.
Stay
Yeah.
high. Go there
Throw
and
it so you
just
can make a good one on your last one.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go.
Even to a center guard, Cheryl.
Yeah, because if your theory's right and he's going to be, he being BC is going to chase shot stone, then you want this guard to be a good one.
Right.
Because that's what you're going to be coming around.
The story coming in, of course, with Jim Cotter, and in particular his hits. It's where he struggled with maybe popping it a little bit on the release. Look at him today, 100%, and the hits, perfect. And if you're Jamie Murphy, you have to wonder, what do I have to do? I'm at 87%, I'd be very happy. But right now against Cotter, he's losing there and losing on the board 3-1. Player numbers are brought to you by Travelers. It's better under the umbrella. Jamie Murphy.
Really curling. Really curling.
Oh, it's not if we have to wait.
Losing line big.
Whoa, Phil. Whoa, Phil.
Whoa, Phil.
Oh, yeah. Gotta go
Gotta
wait.
get it over.
No handle.
There it is.
It's over.
Pick.
I don't know if it was just soft or just stopped spinning.
I thought I had a lot of rotation out of it.
Thought you released it well.
Yeah.
Might have grabbed something on them because it really came down on the weight.
I think so too.
I think we just need maybe normal then.
Yeah, we're throwing control here a couple times too, right? Sure. I don't mind throwing a little more than that, but
Okay, let's go good. Let's go good control then. I like
Okay.
that, Jimmy. Go for 3/4. All right. Good control.
I don't think they're too concerned either, Cheryl. Like almost dead on works. If you stick the yellow onto the red, it gives Nova Scotia a chance to freeze.
Good control.
Good control here, Jim.
Good control, Jimmy.
You don't want anything behind the tee line that's buried.
Yeah, shade more.
That was a shade.
Because John Morris through here, he knows how straight this is.
Good control.
Clean, yep.
He wanted good control.
Hard. Gotta go, Ty. Really gotta
Tyrell
go.
Griffith.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
All the way.
Go, 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 go.
Oh boy.
I don't know why we're babying.
Couldn't hold it.
He wanted to throw
Try
that
that
low weight,
curl.
but just throw it. Like, eliminate everything. It's okay.
It's his first miss.
Yeah, show the guy's top 4.
I think we both had a bit of a different vision of the weight.
Yeah. Right? Like, if he smokes, it's always going on. You don't want to get him that.
That happens so many times in curling, isn't it?
Here, but I'm just saying, like, as long we don't really need to be.
Jimmy knew it was straight, but I think
Crazy under the
John
guard,
just assumed
like-
he'd be aggressive there, trying to kill the enemy rock, because that's all his job was there. Just kill that red one.
Well, and double whammy, right? John had ice for firm weight,
Right.
which was tight. And
His out turns a little faster.
Cotter threw it down.
It's okay.
Sink another one here, and all of a sudden, Jim Cotter has to make a good one, or it's 3-3.
I mean, listen, if you're BC, the frustration is you have a 3-1 lead, you have control of the game. Now you're going to let them into it, potentially.
Yeah, just by one shot.
Weight's close.
You're perfect the whole game
Line's good,
and one shot.
Hair heavy.
Go heavy.
That was just, I think, more communication than anything, not being on the same page for both of them.
Close, stay close, Phil.
Whoa!
It'll die here. They're saying heavy, but it'll die.
Still T.
Well, Jamie Murphy now, remember, that's his
Yep,
long
yep,
guard
yep,
out there.
Whoa, whoa, good, good.
And
Good boy.
down it
Shot.
comes to the top edge of the 4.
That slowed down for sure.
Shot. Perfect.
Yeah, a little heavy. Does the trick.
Oh, yeah.
You see enough to get them both?
You know, I think you do. I think you do. It's tough, though. The draw's not a gimme either. Draw's easier, I think, than the double, Cheryl.
Full 4.
Yeah, and you know, he just threw 2 draws last
True.
end. So that's,
Probably hasn't slowed down much since then.
no, I'd feel pretty comfortable with that.
Full 4.
Should be money. T-line.
Line's good.
Stays out wide enough, it'll glide forever.
Line's good.
Griffith.
Good. Line's good.
Sawatsky. Full 4.
Easy, easy,
Drawing against a couple.
easy, easy. Should come
Full
down.
4 should come down, they say. Oh, it'll slide too far, and it'll be a steal of 1. Suddenly the hit missed, draw missed, Cotter. As we look across the harbor here in St. John's, a reminder, Canadian Tire Senators hockey continues tonight when the Sens play the Bruins. You can catch the action 7:30 p.m. Eastern, 8:30 p.m. Atlantic on TSN 5 and in 4K in the Sens region. Ottawa leading Boston by 2 points in their playoff battle. As we check in on the game between Northern Ontario and the territories, and I see 1 red for sure.
You see 2, Vic.
Oh.
You know what? Just a huge turnaround in 1 shot. Jamie Cooey playing a double to lie 5 in an end controlled by the team from the north. Got a double tick, not only missed the shot stone, but raised, actually moved one of the Jacob stones in for 2nd shot. This now is a draw for 3.
Well, they've had no multiple point ends so far. And there it is, a 3 cracked here in the 8th against Jamie Cooey. And still not a smile from Brad Jacobs, former champions, gold medal winners. And while we're in the update mode, let's check in on Alberta against New Brunswick. New Brunswick are sitting those 2, but boy, if you crack this, you could get a bundle.
Well, and Kennedy's been in trouble all and came way too deep on his final stone, giving Botcher the chance.
And watch them go, and there they are. And pardon me, excuse me. 1, 2, and 3. And shakes, and it'll be win number 1 for Alberta. So the all-rookie team out of the Saville Community Sports Center will win their first. (7-2) is your final. 1 and 2, and now New Brunswick and Kennedy are 1 and 3. Here on this Monday afternoon at Mile 1 Center. That draw just sliding a little too far for Jim Cotter. Nova Scotia steals one. 3-2 BC leads. They once again do have last rock playing the Yellowstones here in 9.
Well, Jamie Murphy's doing what he said he wanted to do. Take it to 10. Keep it close. Never know what happens.
On the might hack.
Okay. Hack?
Yeah, it'd be nice to just roll in there if we could.
Hack, wait.
Yep.
Quebec sitting 3, and so that's what is facing Saskatchewan and their skip, Adam Casey.
Pile of rocks in play in this end, far more than you would expect from Quebec, up 4. And Jean-Michel had to make a great angle on his final stone to lie those 3. But the shot stone is exposed, and nose hit will give the single to the Saskatchewan team.
Yeah, it's a must-have here. They've got to get 1. They're down by 4.
Really hard.
Picked up early. Sean Meacham, Dustin Kidby, Caitlin Schneider calling line. Now, oh, watch that roll underneath. Needs a little rub. And have a look. And it spills too far. Steal 1, Quebec. And that will be it, too, as Quebec have found their groove, winning 2 in a row to go 2 and 2. And now Casey drops a second. He also at 2 and 2.
Good boy, boys.
Good job, boys.
Scott
Good,
Zachary.
Clean. Yep. Hard. Hard. Whoa. Whoa. No. No, hard. Hard, Phil. Hard. Whoa. Whoa.
Oh, really good
Right
shot.
Good. Got it. 3/4.
Shot.
Basically gives them 3 guards lined up.
Pretty firm weight here, and you can't wreck in the guard. That would be death. Perfect shot. They're pushing BC to the limit here.
Whoa. Never. Never.
Well, you play hard for a steal here. If you're Nova Scotia, you get a force out of it. You've got Hammer coming home down only 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you get a steal out of it and
Go
tie
around
it up.
Yeah. High guard.
Jordan Binder.
Should be close.
Line's good.
Line's real good. High guard, high guard. Over curling. Over and off, over and off.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Cleaning does
Okay.
Oh. It's good. Sure, Jordan.
Touch at the end.
Okay.
Sweet.
Yeah, it slid really well.
Grab at the end a little bit there, too.
Yeah.
Grabbed a little bit at the end. You're starting to hear that.
3/4 injured.
It's that maybe 2 feet slower, which is virtually nothing, but at this level, it's a lot. Gives John Morris an angle here to maybe get them all.
Yeah, you could get all three. A little bit high side on the very top one.
As hard as he's thrown today.
Come up a hair.
Come up, come up.
Shot.
Yeah, very nice. He'll get them both.
Not allowed to sweep.
Shot, Johnny.
Thanks, John.
Shot. Kind of boy.
Nice pure throw.
Shot.
Just curls enough to whisker that thing out of there.
I think that's good.
Yep. I like that.
What if you just bump the red?
What's that?
Could bump the red.
Yeah.
Guard it too.
Yep.
What do you like?
Sure.
You can guard ours.
Plenty of time if you want to go talk about it.
Card makes
Come
sense.
on, guarding it.
Sure. All right. I like that.
The sooner they come into the rings, it easier, or the more shots Cotter has to eliminate a few reds.
Get a blank, you know, that's what he's looking at.
Hard if you can.
And we're still playing third stones. I mean, if I guess, is it right to suggest if you're playing Murphy's first, you might want to go in then and not guard? Or
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. He'll have to make a move here at some point.
Hard! Hard, Scott. Hard, Scott.
We're over.
It's getting a little sluggish here down the middle.
All right, all right, all right.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Okay.
It's fine.
It's good.
It's good. Good sweep, Phil.
Sweep. It's good.
Throw, Jordan.
The call was halfway.
What's that?
Call was halfway.
Oh, I just thought it was
Like-
over curling. He's going to peel it anyways.
I like going on the yellow.
All right. I think if you go around the yellow and make the run back and they nut it, they're not going to be number whatever.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I was thinking, yeah.
Clean, clean.
John Morris.
Control.
And one more time.
Shot, Johnny. What I want to do is
Shot.
That was good.
All kinds of options here. Now you could throw another guard, but I think you might see Cotter just ignore it because he shot rock.
Might be a little better, eh?
Right around it. Yeah, it should.
You could tap
What are you thinking, like
the Nova Scotia rock
80?
up.
5?
no, 85 is not enough.
Yeah, I don't think
The
80.
80's back 8, yeah.
They're going to
One
go
back
around
8.
everything.
Yeah,
And
I'm thinking 80.
you heard Jamie say to Jordan, if Jim Cotter runs that yellow one straight back, they won't be the closest rock. All of a sudden, Nova Scotia will be closer.
Right, it'll outcount them in the 12-foot.
Yep.
Being that 11, 12 inches higher.
Hard line.
Hard, you got to go.
Wait, good.
Jamie Murphy.
Line's good.
Hard line.
Full throttle.
Hard.
Keep it going.
Gotta go. Hard line.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. They got to get it by that stone top edge of the 8.
You're mine, you're mine, you're mine.
Now Zachary will join them, and this is the carry. Take it back. Great brush. Head to the back edge of the 4 they go.
Jamie Murphy has made some great draws.
Good.
Throw, bud. Sweet, Phil.
It's even to figure the weight out in that spot because you are out a little further. You didn't really get to the slide path till the very end.
Go, 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 go. Right back. Cars will go. Cars will go.
Being the straighter turn against the crowd side, there's still lots of room to bury.
it's real close.
So when you run, if they were going to run that one back, BC, even if they're successful, are now up here and the red one's closer, so they're going to go the other way. Red.
Do you enough room to run it back and not touch the yellow?
There is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And if you touch the yellow, it might redirect and still make it.
Close. Whoa. Yep. Other way.
Griffiths has got him. Angle it back. Oh, he stuffed it. Stuffed it.
Now I'm getting my luck in with it.
And it is the shot rock.
John tried to go plan B at the end and go across the top.
Sorry, Jim. I should have been on that earlier.
Track right there, eh?
Oh, I thought
I like the throw.
Oh, it was a perfect throw. Threw it. Dynamite.
Hard shot.
Now I'm getting my luck in with it.
When you throw it that hard, all John's job is to make contact, make some noise on the back rock. He did that, but it just hit it so solid.
Yep.
Yeah. Half braid around's pretty good. All right.
Cool. Yeah.
Made a lot of these, hasn't he?
His weight has been, you know, that's why the only one I can remember him missing in the draw was that guard, and it picked, I think, for sure.
Yeah, it had to have.
Because his weight.
Changing handles. Drew the pin to beat Ontario.
Curling 84%. Jamie Murphy.
Line's good. Line's good. Line's good. Yep.
Wait, good. Tuffy.
Where's the weight?
Tuffy.
Yep. Good. Hard then. Hard.
It's Zachary now.
Whoa. Close.
No, we don't want to.
No. Sit.
Stay high, and they do.
It's good. Good. It's got to get it in there. I don't think there's a double, so. Could just draw.
Let me ask you something here, Russ. Could you make the raised double, or is it not there?
It's physically there, but it would be extremely dangerous. What if you pump it through the hole?
Just regular weight.
Now you're losing.
So
Cheryl, we got the hammer coming home, right?
I think Jim said we could draw.
Let's go for that.
Maybe you give up the steel, tied, you got last rock coming home.
Yeah, which is why I think they looked for second at the draw. Jim likes this too, though. He's with John. John said, hey, we've seen this spot enough times. They're pretty confident that they can get one of them, which is all they need to do, and they can probably score their point here. I didn't mind the draw.
No, and you can play the raised draw. Like if you tap that an inch, you only give up a steal of one. You're tied coming home with the hammer.
So run it back, stick it. You should lose it. You give up a steal of one. If you make it, you pick up one.
Clean. Yep.
Hard swat. Hard swat.
Whoa.
Yes! Hard swat.
Sawatsky.
Hard swat.
Whoa. Yep.
Yeah!
Oh, yep.
Oh, come on.
Jumping.
And that is your steal of one. Back-to-back steals, and we're tied at 3.
Wow.
The 2017 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Home Hardware. Homeowners helping homeowners with expert advice. By Sponge Towels Paper Towel. Nothing absorbs like it. And by World Financial Group, helping Canadians have better financial futures.
The harbor here in St. John's dates back to the days of Wrestler John Cabot. The Explorer. 3-3. Now keep in mind here, let's think about Jim Cotter. He was absolutely perfect through 7. And then 8, 9. His 100%, he's down at 85% and absolutely even with Jamie Murphy. The game story is brought to you by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada. So here we go to the 10th. Now in a 3-3 tie, and it is BC and John Morris from the Vernon and Kelowna curling clubs. You have Last Rock playing the Yellowstones.
This is out wider than it should be, so that means it's a faster spot. This has to stay short of the paint.
Talk about that with athletes that are playing kind of that flow or 100% game like Cotter's having, and what changes that goes away. And sometimes it's just that you start thinking about your 100% game. You start thinking.
I've never been accused of that.
Nice control.
Yep.
Pretty simple end at the moment. There's a yellow corner guard that's not too far off the center line, which Nova Scotia can draw around, but it's so long. Here it is right there.
Good.
Shot.
There's the saver if you need it. Some skips don't want that rock and play. Some do. You can hit and roll out and win the game with that rock in the corner, but that rock can also hurt you, obviously.
Yeah.
I never minded it because you could then on your last one you had a little bit more options of maybe playing a pick, or you didn't have to stick around.
Straight center up.
You want to guard this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
So. That's like no doubles kind of thing, right?
Yep.
Incredible resilient Nova Scotia team here today. Just hanging in, making a couple big ones. Got a couple breaks.
High guard, halfway high.
Just over. It's great.
Fill to clean.
It's gotta be high. It's gotta be high. Halfway high.
Fill to clean it.
Whoa, Jordan.
Fill to clean it.
Don't want to clean at all.
No. Stop. Sit.
It's halfway.
Sit.
Sit.
Jeez.
Oh, 2 in a row, not where they want them.
Territories have come back with 1 in 9. But it was that 3 spot put on the board by Brad Jacobs in 8. That's the difference, where they would be trailing now coming home. But they have the lead and Last Rock. Jacobs in Northern Ontario.
Whoa.
Clean.
Tyrell Griffith.
Clean.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Yep.
Not much to work with here.
Same weight there, Scotty. Same weight.
You could try and just come around this yellow one, not fully buried, and hope they peel the top one. Then you can throw your second guard a little closer to the center line. You're trying to inch the guards a little closer so that when you play the come around, you got more of the forefoot.
Wait, only.
Whoa, it's heavy.
Tight. Top 12 even.
Whoa.
Just keep an eye on this spot where everybody slides. See if this slows down a bit.
Whoa.
Does not need to curl.
Right off.
You want to stop here.
Jeez. I said I was picking stuff.
Yeah, he thought it was grabbing in his hand.
Okay.
Good. Yeah. Keep placing the guard?
Yep.
It works. Morris to peel.
Clean.
Shot. Thanks.
Advantage for BC, obviously, with
Halfway's
having the
good.
last stone here, but this is their season on the line, in my opinion.
Gotta make sure they're in line.
They're sitting with 2 losses already. If you let this one slip away, which it really would be a slip away. 3 early. I think Canada tonight, Vic.
That's right.
They're in trouble.
On the other side, yeah. Alchi Day.
Halfway.
This is how close these round robins are. And let's say
Whoa.
BC pulls this one off.
Clean it.
They're playing better. Cotter's on fire.
Yep.
They could go the other direction.
Hard, get it over. Hard, get it over. Hard. Hard, Phil. Hard, get it over. Hard, Phil. Hard. Hard.
Same spot mine did it.
Just grab, yeah.
Yeah, that is the same spot Jamie's. They thought it picked. Maybe it's a spot in the ice.
Great weight, Jordan.
Good sweep.
Just grabbed.
Now, Cheryl, you're wishing that yellow saber wasn't there. That's funny.
Now board weight, Jimmy.
Okay.
Want to roll it far.
Obviously, there's
Wanna
a
roll
jam
it like edge of
possibility
fork
here.
over there, okay? Let's go, boys.
But it's a great opportunity to hit it because the guard's so bad. If you can get this one out of there, their odds get even better of winning.
I like the weight call, board weight. That'll get some finish after it gets past the guard.
The hair solid. Tie.
And he got away with it.
Okay. Did he ever?
Wow, that didn't do much. What? I was.
It was a little solid, yeah, no big.
I thought that would finish more. Yeah.
I didn't think that was that much overthrown either.
Close.
Turns out they had to brush that, really.
Yeah.
Ben's anymore.
Little big, little.
Yeah, a little big. Yeah.
Huge, really, for BC's chances because they now still have the saver in and a really poor guard for Nova Scotia to work with.
Good. More room. Make sure you clean it. Whoa, whoa.
Tight.
Whoa, whoa. Scott curl. Scott, clean it.
Whoa, heavy.
Whoa.
Weight's great.
Up. It's got to be burned. Sweep. Even if you're in, go hard. Sweep. Hard, Scott. Hard.
Oh, can they drag it there? Not enough.
Shot. Sweep. That's good.
Shot, bud.
Just sweep. Huh? Crowd hates it. It's a good shot.
Yeah, it's really good.
Tough to get
Tough
it there.
jam, yeah.
It's a perfect position.
Yeah.
Just because of the jam possibility?
You gotta watch that.
On to either one, you could hit the red and roll in for
We
shot.
got to be a little careful with these now.
Yeah. You really hit this one, like,
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
Okay, I'll see how much I can see.
Okay.
If I have half or less.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go thick on it.
Even if it goes there, it can kick back this way, or obviously there is not good.
Time out, time out.
No.
Okay, we're good. Okay.
Oh, yeah, timeout. Just going to go thin on it, actually. It looks like right now, if I hit what I can see, it's a nut jam.
Yeah.
So let's go thin on it.
Okay.
Oh, this is tricky.
And across the top of the back, too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Out of his hand, they've got him.
Yep.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Sawatsky. Oh, boy. And there's the double jam. There it goes. They're sitting at 2.
Yeah, we got one more timeout still, so.
Nova Scotia sitting 2 without last rock.
That's good.
Yep.
The line. Which 4-foot line? Well, I can throw it here if you want to.
You never know, do you?
Go
We
there,
talked
run
about
over there.
that. Some skips like that saver, some
places,
hate
not
it.
bad.
In this case, they hate it.
Edge to edge is pretty good, right?
Yeah. Line will draw. That's good. I'm good with that. Yeah. Good? Yep.
Tight guard, right?
I think so, yeah. If
Yeah,
it's
I
top
do
12,
too.
it's not the end of the world.
Nope.
No, I think we come around it. Half buried. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I think John's a big
Or with
believer
Brier.
trying to be shot with before Nova Scotia throws their
Yeah,
last
like
one.
85?
Gives them that saver again.
For guard?
Now that scoring area is
Top
shrinking.
12's okay, Scott.
Okay.
Well, and he's kind of getting into Jim's ear about think about draw because that's probably what you're going to be playing.
Right.
Line's
Good
good,
point.
right?
Get that practice one in.
Mm-hmm.
Tight.
Because this guy knows how to draw.
Gotta clean it. Here, guys.
Tight.
Here.
He knows the spots.
Gotta
He's thrown so
clean it.
many of them.
Get her tight. Scott in.
Ian?
Get
Who's
the
in?
curl bit. It's got a curl bit.
Yep, hard Scott.
Yeah, sweet.
Yep, hard Scott. Gotta go.
Hard.
Hard Scott. Nice. Sweet.
Perfect spot. Absolutely perfect.
Shot.
Trying to steal it away here. Coming back
Shot.
from 3-0 down.
I That's too good to ignore, that one.
They a little higher, they would have played the draw, but
Might get something on the way by here, too. I could ever get that one in the 8-foot.
Clean. Whoa. Whoa, whoa.
Jim Cotter.
Something here.
Oh,
are you kidding?
Next one. Yeah. Good throw, Jim.
thought he might touch them both.
You could have so close, just a little higher. Could have made the double.
I think you go right there.
I don't know. I was kind of thinking here.
I think if we can come in and we can almost bite the corner of the 4, he's drawing. He might draw
I get
into
it.
you.
So he's drawing regardless.
Right.
So what straw do we want to make him play? If we go right here, he's going to be going away from the 4-foot into the
I think he's
sludge.
coming out here.
Is that not I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, we can be full 8, eh?
I know. Do we want to be here or do we want to be here?
No, I'd rather be in the center.
I think so too, Jordan. Because
Yeah.
well, if we're just biting center right here, he's got to go this way or he's got to go way wide around everything.
Is he ever hitting
And this is, I don't think we've been out here.
Is he ever hitting this?
I don't think he's not hitting that. Never. He's drawing.
If we go right
Yeah.
here, he's got the exact same path he had the whole game.
Yep.
So if we just
Full-
bite center right
you gotta
here.
be full 8, eh?
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
we just bite center right here.
You don't give an open hit though, right? You don't want to be here. There's
No,
zipper one.
okay.
Full 8.
Full 8-foot's
Yeah.
good.
Full 8.
Let's make it good. Let's make him make a good
Make
one.
it
Yeah.
Because of that corner guard, somewhere in here, what Team Nova Scotia is basically saying is they either have BC do this or BC's going to have to do this.
This should slide a touch better, I think.
I think so.
The wide one is a new path. They have to go really wide to get by that guard. That's what they're hoping for. Keep in mind, this spot will slide beautifully until it curls maybe into the edge of the 4-foot, and it'll slow down a fraction, just enough to make a difference.
Line's good.
When Jim Cotter goes to throw, if this is successful, he's out in the good stuff.
Make it full 8, Scotty.
Have a look. Looks
Well,
there.
That's how Cotter gave up to steal an 8, is slid a little
Full
deep.
8-foot. Line's perfect.
Final stone.
Get it to curl a bit.
Nova Scotia.
Whoa, Scott.
Jamie Murphy. Sitting 2.
Whoa, off.
One at the
off,
back
off
edge of
there.
the 8.
Ah,
One
there.
at the
Whoa,
side
whoa.
edge of the 12. And now
Shot.
top
Pretty good.
of the 8-foot. And sitting the 3.
Shot, yeah.
Didn't get enough curl.
Didn't want to.
Curl a ton, eh?
Kind of the same thing mine did. It just hung straight.
Yeah.
How we do?
Oh, shot.
Oh, he's in the sludge. Didn't
Yeah.
curl at all.
No, he didn't.
Didn't curl.
Yeah.
Still makes it a different draw for Cotter because you have to throw kind of through the slide path.
So what we're talking about is this area here is a little bit
See, like 97.
slower.
Yep.
So anything
High
wider
90s.
than that
High 90s is good. Same as what you've been throwing.
will glide like it has all day down that center. So when is this going to hit that slightly slower area?
Need a chair.
What a comeback for this Nova Scotia side. Falling behind 3-0 through 5. 90% on his draw so far today. That's the strength of his game so far.
Line's good.
Drawing against 3. Needs full 8.
See where the slide.
Jim Cotter.
Line's
Terrell
good.
Griffith.
Mine's good.
Line's
Rick
good.
Sawatsky. Full 8 is what they need.
It's good. Stay down. Stay down. Stay down.
Right on the can.
Stay down, and it stays right there for the win.
Good luck, eh? Good luck.
Make the final. BC wins it 4-3 to improve their record or even it up at 2-2. That's 2 in a row. And it's now a 2-2 record for Nova Scotia and Jamie Murphy.
Everyone back home. Alberta.
One game remains on the ice. here on this Monday afternoon of Draw 6.
You gotta move it about 2 feet.
And it is Northern Ontario against the Territories.
Yeah.
And it's been an odd game, hasn't it? I mean, on paper you would think that the Northern Ontario would be heavily favored to win this, but they're getting a handful.
Well, they are, and that's a big credit to both Chris Schilly and Jamie Cooey, both having very, very strong games, made a lot of come-arounds on Jamie's first one, even in this end. He corner froze, was shot, but Brad Jacobs able to remove it. And so now he's trying to corner freeze, but he has to make sure that he's shot.
Final stone for the skip from Yellowknife in an 11th appearance. Jamie Cooey, Robert Borden, Brad Choroskowski. The front end, Chris Schilly calling line. Get it by. Oh, no, they left it late. And now the rub, the roll, and they will spin and catch the pin.
That's exactly what could have happened in there. The game we just had with Jim Cotter's last one. That just smudged a hair and just allowed it to, a little bit of speed comes off. It curls that 1/4 of an inch more. It's all the difference it takes.
Played well. Had a 4-3 lead through 7. Then Jacobs got 3 and 8 to break it open. And now, make it go away. And away it goes, and they will add 3 more. And Jacobs will pick up the win to extend their record now to 3-1. And it's 4 straight losses for Cooey and the team from Yellowknife. And that completes the 6th draw on this Monday afternoon here at Mile 1 in St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador.
Yep, game. Good luck.
The 2017 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of Curling Canada.
So it really is an eventful draw. When you look, we still have Manitoba Team Canada at the top, Northern Ontario, there's that little bit of a break. Newfoundland, Labrador, idle, they're at 1 loss. Now look at the bunch at 2. Alberta picks up their first, they're at 3. Remember, last year, Ottawa, no one, no team with more than 3 got into the playoffs. A reminder, we're back with you this evening. Make a note, TSN 1 and 4 at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. It will be Brad Jacobs against Glenn Howard, the Battle of Ontario, and also keep in mind that Newfoundland and Labrador will be on the ice, so this building is going to be loud and proud for Newfoundland and Labrador. So till we talk with you again, thank you for joining us. Tim Hortons Brier on Canada's sports leader, TSN.